Hello and welcome to Random Roleplay. I'm Deven of TRG Network, and we're back with some more Rieba's Planeswalkers. I gotta say, after the character work from last session, it's hard to follow up on, but this session does a pretty good job of it. Because while there may or may not be some combat involved, there's most definitely some character work involved. Character work that runs deep, has layers, and quite frankly, I think that a lot can be learned about both the party and the antagonist with this session specifically. And that is my not-so-natural segue into this week's episode hint, and that is conversation control. Now that seems so easy, yet so hard at the same time, because it could be one person, it could be one moment, it could be one side or the other, it could be the type of interactions they have throughout the campaign. So, have fun with that, and I do hope that you've been keeping track of the hints, because that's going to be a very fun thing about this campaign, specifically for those who are rewatching it. So, without further ado, I would like you to like and subscribe, do that thing first, and then we'll get into the episode. No, do it. Without further ado, on to the show. And so, we return to the sinister lands of Avernus, and the fervent party in the form of Cassius the Tiefling, Arudim the Half-Orc, Naleek the Half-Elf, and Crantor the Gallataur. Last we left off, the party continued on from the Styx with their new guide, Tozod. Tozod led them into a relatively uncharted territory, with the party seeing welcome signs to Avernus and hearing multiversal spam sendings, all in between dispatching some hell wasps. The party eventually gets some rest, but not without being struck by a sky fireball for the first time on this plane. Relatively unscathed, however, only Arudim truly feels any damages, handed in an omen from Zarya herself. Yet another fireball changes trajectory and strikes him, and him alone. The group is led for roughly 2 hours or so until they are able to see the outer perimeter of Fort Knucklebone, the residence of Vesnianza. Tozod takes his leave upon notifying them of this, and the party gets to planning. Between Arudim's impatience and Cassius's lack of cheeriness, Naleek finally expresses his suspicions of their behavior. Ultimately, Naleek deducts that both Arudim and Cassius have been afflicted with the pervasive evil of the Nine Hells, and eventually levels with them emotionally so he can peacefully free them of this figurative curse of sorts. Now, they look onward to their quarry with clear minds and the operation ahead of them. So yeah, as I clarified, you guys are roughly 200 feet or so away from the wall that is lining the outer perimeter of Fort Knucklebone. You guys are going uphill towards this. I will also clarify that there are a fair amount of rocky rises coming out of the desertous sand that can be used as cover as you approach, so you can get relatively close before you have really...
rocky outcroppings to act as cover?
Yes, you have cover to get closer before you'll really have to start worrying about hiding.
I believe we left off with Cassius standing defiantly in front of Crantor with his signature cocky grin.
Yes,
so
and Crantor's conflict of emotions between the two of you.
So it's a matter of pride, is it? You consider it an insult to have to carry somebody? What about this, your pride as a warrior? I'm willing to bet you couldn't carry me even if you tried, mate.
Arudim did assist with that, but it kind of just... it wasn't as good as just this.
Say Arden detracted from it, honestly.
Yeah, that's...
Oi, go away. You're not helping, mate. You're not helping.
Just Arudim rolled
Crantor will look at both of you, one to the other, first Cassius and Arden, snort, roll his eyes, and say, if it brings us to an end, I will carry you to victory.
Well played, mate. Well played.
He will let you ride him.
Oh, shit.
Now he's like, hold up. You get back, Sam.
Oh, I was gonna make him straight forcibly carry me. Like
Full princess carry.
No. More like you coming with me whether you like it or not over the shoulder.
I mean, that works too.
I mean, I gotta respect another fellow warrior. I'm not gonna make you degrade yourself like that.
I don't think
Skeptical glance at Arden.
Arudim just kind of shrugs. I'm up to do whatever you guys need me to do. As long as we can get this job done and make it out alive with each other and the skins on our back, I'm pretty much down to do anything.
Agreed.
You with that, mate?
Flawless logic, I know.
And so I guess we'll set off, and once we need to be or once I need to carry them, we will. Or are we doing that? Are we carrying them over to that area?
I think the idea is
confused
just to
on
get closer to the wall, and then
Okay.
move.
To the window!
Pretty much all of you collectively move closer to the wall, and them being on you is easier than them all moving on their own. As when
Fair
you
enough.
guys are actually trying to get past the wall or even fight through it, they're obviously not going to be on your back.
Right.
It's actually just a momentary ride, really.
Okay.
Yeah, you're looking at like a minute or two. Now, I suppose the implication is like if it's needed at any other point through the operation, it just simply worked that way, but it's not like they're going to be on you 24/7.
Gotcha. Okay.
Pretty much just the option is there when it is most optimal, and it not have to be
Correct.
discussed then. Now, after this is all over, this is a different story. Stand your ground, buddy.
Very different story. Very different story.
But there is a child on the line here, and so if they need to hop on your back, fuck them, just get up. Let's go. And,
God help you if there's any stairs
no one's...
or ladders.
You just hear Cassius. Don't worry, mate. If anyone's staring up, we're getting sword blasted in the face.
Where is it?
I appreciate the sentiment. Not quite what I meant.
Boy, I have pride as a warrior too, mate.
No, he meant literal stairs.
Alright, so I'm going to move
Like,
you guys
oh,
over to the map. You're going to be at the bottom right corner, so fly on over.
Ooh, there's we are.
It's quite a busy map, it is. You guys are just getting up
Right,
and
I'm looking
Oh,
on left.
shit.
I wonder. All right.
As you were approaching, I will say you were able to notice one hobgoblin with a quarterstaff distant up on the wall, and you'll have noticed two spine devils acting as lookouts.
Funny.
I'll say because you
There's
guys
a
were
reason
taking...
I'm here. He just thinks to himself.
Right. Crantor just looks at Arudim.
You look at
Eyebrows.
Arudim, he's already gone.
Exactly. There we go.
Let's get it, boys. Let's
All right,
fucking
so
get
where
it.
are you
I rolled really well for my stealth check just now. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's fucking get it. 27 stealth.
Well, where are you stealthing to? We'll say. Pick a spot that you're going to.
am going to use my action, bonus action, and move to move as fast as possible. And I'm gonna move all the way here.
You want to go up the ladder and...
No, I want to it looks like there's space under this ladder. Can I hide it?
I will clarify that there isn't. It's against the wall. It's just the only token
Damn
I
it.
could find that had a tower and a ladder
Okay,
on
can
it.
I hide behind this pillar then in like the blind spot of this guy?
You know what? I will say yeah, because those were originally supposed to be sticking off the top.
I could also
actually, you know
move
what? Yeah,
here
I
if
have to
need
clarify.
be.
Those are sticking off of the top because that's the original impression. But it's just not telling well with the 2 dimensions.
So if I stick flat to like the thing here.
You could theoretically try and hide behind the ladder from his perspective.
Okay.
You'd be underneath this thing, these 4 pillars, if you were to go to them. They are sticking off of the top platform on the wall 30 feet up.
Okay. So if I were to move here.
Yes, you would be completely obstructed from their vision.
Okay.
However, you will notice that down the wall, it leads further up the map. Eventually, there are more lookouts and such.
Right. I'm gonna look to the others and kind of like gesture to this spined devil. Like, should I take him out? Kind of like the head tilt question.
Cassius will just shake his head no. Not
Yeah.
yet.
Naleek will
Okay.
follow suit. Naleek will actually treat by you, Crantor, as he's going to try and peer over this side.
Okay, so I know it's not combat, but I'm gonna hold an action to throw a knife. Question, Advy, if I may. Because I used my cunning action, even though it's not combat, could I hold my bolts from the grave? Because A, I have not used sneak attack, and B, I used my cunning action. Could I
Technically
hold
not
my...
like that, but you can do it. How you would have to do it is you'd have to hold
But it
your
is
action.
it is an attack roll, which is why I asked.
Yes, and this is where the specification. You pretty much have to hold your action to use your cunning action. Like, for example, when you see
But I
you will
already
use your
used
cunning
my
action,
cunning action.
I'm sorry?
I used my movement and then my cunning action
Right.
to dash to move to where I
Right.
could get to, because this was like 65 feet away and my movement speed is 40, so I had to use my cunning action to get over here.
Yes, and I'm trying to say is that you would have had to use the necrotic bolt there because it's a part of your cunning action. It's not a separate entity.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot. That's even better. I still keep forgetting that that's even better.
I know, bro. No worries. You're good.
Like,
you're good.
fuck.
So
wow,
yeah, you pretty
that's
much have to.
so good. It's just broken.
So I hate to be straight
No
up
wonder I
full.
killed Narconoloth. I've been holding back on you guys.
So, but to do this, I need you to specify two things. What triggers this action, and what is the part of the cunning action you're going to use, a part of the necrotic attack? Like, are you going to hide in bolt?
I'm going to hide using the cunning action, and the bolt will trigger if a guard looks like it's going to call for backup should they see me by some miracle.
Okay, so if a guard sees you, then
I like fucking drain
you
the life
bolt
force
them?
from that bitch.
Yeah, you will bolt them and then hide. Okay, I just want to
Yes,
clarify what the
exactly.
sequence of actions will be. All right.
Right. I just wanted I wanted to ask if that's a thing I can do.
Yes, you can. 'Cause-
I'm excited and nervous.
Cassius will just kind of hold his hand out and quietly, "Oi, lads, you think something like this?" And he'll create a minor illusion of just some kind in his hand. I could do something like this. I could do sound. I could do something to try to get these away at a range. I can also, he'll kind of cast thaumaturgy on Naleek's armor to cause a small vibration to go through it.
Please tell me Naleek's going like, would you please stop?
Yeah, pretty much. Would you stop doing that, please?
What do you lads think? Something like that. I could do something to kind of distract them away from the wall. Maybe get their attention looking elsewhere so we can get around.
Good plan.
Naleek, what do you think?
Dude, I'm not too sure. So, you see, Naleek is actually kind of nervous here. Like he was almost a little out of it. He's I'm sorry. One more time. As he's looking over at like the creatures that are out in front of the wall.
Crantor will see that and kind of like grab him on the shoulders and say, "Don't worry, we've been through worse than this. We can handle this."
This is just the first wave, man.
Exactly.
And when
Can
did
handle
that
this.
stop us?
I'm sorry. One more time, Cassius. What was the plan?
Cassius will hold out his hand and create. This time, he's specifically going to create a minor illusion of a pure white dove in his hand. I could do something visual. I could do auditory, and I could also cause small vibrations up to about, I don't know, a few yards away.
I don't think visual is the type of illusion we want to go for here. I don't recognize that fiend. I'm not even certain it's a devil. So, my concern lies with how good its eyesight is.
You talking about that ugly one in the far off?
No, the ones on the walls, those are devils, and the one with the staff, I think that's the hobgoblin, right? That was what we found at the campsite, looking back at you guys, that hobgoblin.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh yeah,
yes,
I've seen those all the time.
I mean-
back when I ran with Bandit Crews, I see them all the time. Don't worry about
the
it.
ones in front of the door. And he kind of tries peering you over to those.
Yeah.
The name is there for pure meta reasons only. That does not mean their names are automatically apparent to everyone. I just want to clarify that, mostly to the audience, because I already know the players know this. For example, nobody knows they fought in Arianyes a few sessions ago, but the players do. So just putting that out there. I'm sorry.
Cassius will bend down. He'll pick up a small rock, and he'll cast thaumaturgy to kind of just make it pulse with a vibration.
Is that
Almost
how that works?
feeling. So it says. You manifest a minor wonder, a sign of supernatural power within range. You create one of the following magical effects within range. Your voice becomes up to 3 times louder. You cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color. You cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute. So the harmless tremors, I can do that.
I've been sleeping on thaumaturgy my whole life.
Oh yeah, thaumaturgy is just prestidigitation 2.
Yeah, that's what I just mixed it up with.
Thaumaturgy and prestidigitation together with minor illusion and mage hand, like, they get slept on all the time for the damage cantrips.
And who has all 4?
Okay, so yes, so all right. Yes. Now Leek's gesturing to the creatures like, I honestly don't really recognize them. I can't really tell if they're devils or not.
That's not important, mate.
It
The thing
is.
is, we need to get them away from the door. If we can do it without fighting, I'd prefer to do it that way. It's something like this. I could get their attention at range, let the 2 of you go. Because me, if I really have to, I can blink my way through.
I don't know, Crantor. You get a look at these things and you tell me what you think.
Crantor will look at them. Can I roll like an
Yeah.
insight or something on them?
You can roll an Arcana check, peering over the rock kind of thing. Ironically, see the Spine Devil's not looking. You just like peer really quick, catch a glimpse.
Who the fuck are you?
All right. A 5.
And you're like,
Looks
looks like a
good.
devil to me.
It's fine.
All right, fine.
Now,
Then yeah,
is
let's go
it-
with the idea.
Now, here's the thing. If I use the spell twice, I can hold on to it for 2 different effects. I could do something like a vibration, sound of thunder, sound of heavy footfalls, or like an earthquake or something. It only lasts for about a minute, but it'll be enough to get their attention, at least, hopefully. What do you think?
How big and shiny can you make it? I'm thinking like a big shiny white orb. As maximum attention seeking as you can get.
I mean, I'm trying to see. I'm just trying to think of something natural that might actually be occurring around here that they wouldn't necessarily. Something that would get their attention but not seem out of place to let them know we're here. If we do something like that, they're gonna know somebody's here. You follow me?
If you combine it with the tremors or the sound, it could be like some divine judgment. It might even make them afraid.
By that logic, shouldn't I just make make fire come down from the sky? Try it seem like a fireball.
Or just points at the fireballs behind them in the sky.
I was joking. I'm not sure this is a good idea. It just doesn't seem like these are the kind of creatures to try and pull a little trick like that. We gotta go for something more intense if we're trying to trick them. We should go for the jump instead.
I'm not trying to so much trick them, just trying to distract them with something natural.
But that's that. Okay.
I'm not trying to outplay them. I don't.
Okay.
It's like think of it like this. If you was hunting in the woods and a bear came up on you, you could fight the bear and kill it, but the bear could also hurt you. Or you could try to distract it with something. You're not necessarily trying to trick it, like, you're smarter than it. You just want to get it away from you using something that it might be interested in or something that it might be afraid of.
But we're not hunting and coming across bears in the woods.
You're
fort
overthinking it, mate. You're overthinking it, mate. Take a deep breath. Of course, I could also do this. Snap his finger and you will see a Mickey Mouse-style gloved hand. 3 fingers and all. I can also make this just kind of rude gestures. I mean, if we're looking to get their attention and get them away, I mean, I can do that. I'm good at that.
I like this plan.
Of course, if I get out of 30 feet of it, it disappears, so maybe that's not a good idea. Should I just sword laser? Just fire off in a distance? Explode something far away?
Problem
'Cause I can
with
do that,
that,
too.
they would go towards where it came from, which would be us. I don't like that plan. I like the illusion.
No, Naleek's looking real offensive about it.
Okay. Doesn't have a very big range, mate, but... Woohoo. This seems dangerous.
Oh, what, you're gonna run over there?
Thinking about it.
Alright. Let's go with a hop, skip, and a jump.
Like I said, I'm thinking about it.
And I'm trying to talk you into it.
Of course you are. You just want to make me roll.
Oh, I'm
I like
so
it.
scared by that.
I found
That's
out-
horrifying.
No, guys, listen. I found out there's a dice tag on Twitch. Now we have to roll dice. You understand this, right?
Yes. All right. So here's the plan, lads.
All right, so long as you
I'm going to
understand.
use minor illusion to make the sound of something falling. Immediately following, I'm going to create a vibration effect and the sound of a rumble. I'm going to move, and Cassius is going to gesture this way. I'm going to run over this way to try and get the effect further out this direction. I want y'all to run around the opposite way, toward wherever Arudim went. Oh, I didn't see where he went, but I'm sure one of you did.
We never do.
Fair point. But basically, I want you to head in the opposite direction to see if we can get at least as close to the wall as possible.
Agreed.
And Crantor, if you've got to, potato sack the poor elf boy.
Agreed.
That's...
Watch no leaks.
Whoa. I don't like any of this.
Which is why we're trying to avoid combat. We're actually doing this for your sake, mate. That and for the child.
Oh, no. Play that card on me.
Cassius is gonna look up at him, and for the first time ever, Naleek and Crantor will see just solemn sincerity. Not laced with a desire or anything. He just looks genuinely happy. Will smile and put his hand on Naleek's shoulder. It's alright, mate. You were friends. We got you. And Arudim's out there somewhere doing what Arudim does, making sure we're alright. Crantor? Trust you to have me back, mate.
grunts.
And Cassius will move over here.
Alright, I'm going to need you to roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Now, this is where I have to point out that the last time I rolled a stealth check, we said that chainmail was medium armor, which did not impose
Disadvantage, and yes, I already know what you're going to. Thank you for reminding me. I appreciate your sporting nature. It does.
This is disadvantage because chainmail is heavy armor. Well, it's not going to get much worse than that. I'm glad I have proficiency in stealth, because that's an 11.
That's literally a 12. What were we just talking about earlier? It's an 11 on the die plus 1. The Spine Devil just barely sees you glimpse over.
The other one's a 10.
Oh, that's... It's literally 10, 11, 12. That's not...
Well, no, a 10 on the die, so it would have been a 17.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, gotcha. I'm not sure, was it on stream when we were talking about it? I don't know. Earlier, for context, we were all talking about how often in this campaign there has been a 1 point success or 1 point failure when it comes to DC's attack rolls and saving throws, and this is one of those times. Okay.
Well, Cassius is going to stick to the plan. He's going to cast a minor illusion in this direction. He's going to hit about here with it to create the sound of something falling. He's going to throw the rock, and then he's going to cast Thaumaturgy on it so that as soon as it hits the ground, and I can make it as loud as a thud to make it a very massive, just crashing sound, followed by vibrations, a tremor.
All right, I'm going to roll them a collective perception check. Crantor, Naleek kind of like gestures to you with his hand while still looking over at the creatures. It just they looked immediately in Cassius's direction, even though there's rocks in the way. I think he was seen, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
Well, then we take care of it. Crantor will say back.
I tried.
You did.
You did. You appreciate the efforts. Oh my god!
That is sick.
My man said a 19 plus.
Crantor's
No, 18.
just sitting there like, we got this.
Ready.
I don't think everyone's
7.
aware. You guys hit level 12. I typed the name as initiative. Oh my god.
Yes, initiative.
Crantor is named Initiative.
Basically.
Be hilarious.
That is a
Get his
15
golden
initiative.
name. Alrighty, as everyone else provides me their initiatives.
Okay.
For what it's worth, I
let's have a
truly did
roll.
not want this to come to combat. Not because I'm particularly like scared of the combat or anything. I'm not trying to be like super ominous or anything. It's just like I was thinking this could have worked.
Yes.
I thought so too.
And it almost did. It
Almost.
Not terrible.
Hey, you got to give us credit, even though we're unintentionally murder hoboing our way through. We're trying not to.
No,
Dude,
and I
that's
also
best of our
appreciate you're not
ability.
just going with whatever the DMPC says. That's another little touch that I'm happy about. It makes me more willing to have Naleek participate in decision making.
Yeah, no, it's... He
Well, the
constantly
DM
gets
said
overruled.
it, so it must be the right choice. Dumbasses.
Dumbass. Wait, where's your initiative, Artem?
Oh, I was literally just typing it. 17.
Oh, my bad.
The moment they make a noise, if they do attack at all, you'll just hear Cassius under his breath. Arudim, please, I know you're watching my back, mate. Please, just let me know you're watching my back, mate.
So,
Arudim?
can I see that you got spotted?
I can't say you know that, but from your perspective, you did just see Cassius move over to this rock. You saw his blue on top of his blue, and you're like, that stands out in a desert.
Especially in the Nine Hells, god damn it.
Crantor sweats in his gold armor.
My cunning action to move?
I'm afraid not, no, because the trigger was if he
Yeah,
oh, damn.
if I was spotted, right?
Yeah. Okay, so then we're going to start off right with initiative, which is going to be Crantor.
Oh boy, Crantor.
You just were tapped by Naleek. He's just like, the creatures took a stance, looked right where Cassius is, even though he has cover. I think he was seen.
Okay, well, we'll take care of it. What I want to do is something I probably can't do. I want to just can I just hoist Naleek up onto myself as I run in the battle?
Charge!
You know,
Just grab him like a potato sack and just do it.
Like a
With high
potato
enough
sack.
athletic or...
I'll say he'd be willing to let it happen. So yeah, you have the carrying capacity to contain him. No, to carry
as
him.
I'm charging, I just picture charging from behind and just swinging him behind.
I've grouped you, so he's now equipped to your token
Yes.
until you tell me you drop him.
Perfect. Not going to drop him.
Yeah, you can move one and move both now.
Okay. So I'm gonna go here.
Oh, you're going out.
I'm going out.
He said we're doing. Did you just throw him on? Like you throwing him onto your back,
Yes.
mounted style? Okay, yes.
Absolutely.
All right, this is happening right proper. It is.
Absolutely. And Crantor's gonna be screaming the whole
Why is he
time,
not going
just shouting,
with you? That's dumb.
just like battle roar style.
Oh, where'd he go?
Yep, just get rid of him.
What happened? What happened?
What?
He's shot off the screen.
Let me go.
Holy shit!
His god just decided, nope, your people need you.
He said no, sir.
There he is.
Yeah, no, I thought that's how that worked. It doesn't allow it to group. I guess not. No, you just have to move them both, or I'll just move him when you move.
When I move, you move, just like that.
All right. Look at that chemistry.
Can you, Astro, when you go to move, I think if you try to highlight, basically like you would on your desktop, to highlight multiple icons,
Yeah.
it might group both of them together, so when you move, you can move both
Like
of them.
that?
Yeah, just as long as you don't click away from them. Yeah.
Yep. When I do it like that. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I wanted to try and explain that, but I couldn't find a way in my head to say it without sounding super fumbly, so I just let it be. Thank you,
No
guys.
worries. We got you. We got you.
I
Absolutely.
appreciate
You got a lot going on.
I got the fam looking out for me.
Absolutely. And when Crantor gets to that point, he's going to drop another silver tie.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. This has become one of my favorite parts. It's just drawing this little silver circle.
Right?
Where are you dropping it specifically?
Center.
Where we dropping it, boys?
You center it on yourself again?
Yep.
Okay.
That's going to be the default, honestly.
Okay. I just always offer because I want to remind you the possibility that you can just, like, pick right here to start if you wanted for some reason. Oh my god, that's wrong. That's wrong. Undo.
It's not a circle.
It is not perfectly round. I do not appreciate it.
Right?
Alright.
Crantor's an aesthetic man.
Don't ruin the aesthetic. Don't ruin the aesthetic.
Gotta do it for the aesthetic.
Alright, 24.
Oi, you're ruining the aesthetic. Stop it.
So you know what? Can I set it right here instead? Like centered there. Right about
I got you.
at that. Perfect.
Oh, yes.
Perfect.
And just like
And-
that, on the start of his turn, it's gonna fling right out.
Exactly.
The lad knows what he's doing. I like how Crantor said, alright, we tried sneaking, doesn't work, my way time.
Because he knows strength is our strength.
Strength is our strength. And to be fair, that's what Naleek pitched this time. He was like, let's just run through. And y'all were like, I don't know. So then he was like, okay, then let's try to sneak. And then you're like, let's illusion. And I was like, I don't know.
Which is funny because the whole, let's not fight was originally Naleek's idea.
Yeah, no, he was really back and forth, honestly. And that's on him. Feel free to throw it in his face.
I need to grab a bunch of spin downs. Give me a second.
You good? It is Crantor's turn as he has moved in. He has used his action to create the silver tide. Is there anything you would like to do with your bonus?
Yes. He would like to cast Field of Faith on himself.
I bet.
The Crantor special.
I would like to be guarded by Heracles, please. Thank you.
Basically.
No, we'll say it's a silhouette of the Celestial that guided you guys in Celestia. I'm trying to remember the name of the creature now, but it's not crossing my head.
You know what? If you use Heracles, you can use like a lion kind of thing. Like a silver lion.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah, let's do that.
It'll be like a silver, so a silver lion in mid-pounce as it's roaring, almost overarching you spiritually.
Exactly. I love that. And that'll be it for my turn.
Alright. First off, this Spine Devil immediately takes off across the wall, flying behind the watchtower head. It's no longer in your visual.
Told you I should have blasted him.
The one right next to you, Crantor, you immediately see fly off behind the wall, continue on their way, disappearing behind the horizon. Arudim, it is now your turn.
The one in the circle, doesn't he get yeeted?
That's on their turn. They're an initiative. They're a separate creature, so they have their own separate counts.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. Up next, it is going to be Arudim. And from your perspective, you just saw Cassius move over for a moment, and you're like, "Oh man, did he blow our cover?" And then you see Crantor sprint out with Naleek flung over his back, and silver sprinkles spring everywhere. Oh man, say that 5 times fast. And you're just like, "Oh yeah, our cover's blown." So this is where you
Arudim
at.
just looks so fucking disappointed.
He was so happy. He was so ready to do a plan.
He would have heard the
yes. You heard.
He would have heard that.
You heard the thunderous thump on the ground right before Cassius moved out, and you're like, oh my god, was that didn't look very subtle. And then Crantor goes sprinting out towards them with Naleek flung over his back. Oh, no, it's not subtle at all. Silver springs out everywhere. Remember that is 30 feet up, that wall.
Okay, got it.
Good.
So it'll take 30 feet of movement to climb it, right? Or would it take more because it's climbing?
Because it is a ladder, it will not impose difficult movements, but you don't have a climb speed. So
Okay.
Yeah, it will take 30 feet of movement.
Okay, so from there's that's 50 feet.
I will say that you don't have to move forward. Additionally, I see your arrow. It's unfortunately not visible to viewers, but I will clarify.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're. Oh, good. I thought that was intentional. My bad. I wasn't trying to
No, that was my bad. I had it. I clicked the wrong one, I guess.
But yes, just zone yourself to this square specifically. That will be where the ladder leads up. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna go one step further. We're going into edit mode right the fuck now. Look at that. Look at that live edit
shit.
with Advy. Just for the sake of making it make more sense.
All right. So if I move up this ladder, how much movement would you say that is?
From your position right now, that would be 45 feet of movement, I'll say.
Okay, so I make it up 40 feet, and then I'm going to use my cunning action to dash to make it 5 more feet. I have 35 more feet of movement, so I can get there.
And now I can once again reveal the Spine Devils to you. Yeah, because...
are they here?
They're flying. They're away, but one of them is off of the map already, but the one over here you can see now. Oh, wait, you can't see that ping.
No, I can't.
There
Where
it
is
is.
it? Oh, that one all the way over there?
Yes, he's been flying away.
Fucker! Fuck it. I'm gonna use... Ooh, do I do that? Fuck, do I do that? Oh, but I don't think he's in range. Oh shit, he might be in range. Holy shit, he's in range! I'm gonna do something I haven't done before.
Ooh. Do tell.
I'm gonna take out my short bow.
Oh, that's right, that's a thing you have. I forget you have weapons.
And I'm going to use, oh wait, no! Fuck, I used my bonus action!
What?
Fuck, I was gonna cast Hunter's Mark on him, so I could track him.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Well, I will say, from your perspective right now, you will see that they're flying up towards a fortified compound sitting...
Oh, fuckers.
It's this rising out of a crater-pocketed landscape, which at the center of the compound there is like a hill of rust-colored stone that resembles like a hand clawing out of the ground. And it seems like that is where he's flying towards. So there's another wall alongside debris, and then there is the claw in the fort.
Okay, so you know what? I'll ask another question. Do you think this fucker sees me?
No. He does not see... I mean, you're not stealthing, but he doesn't see you because he's more focused on the giant silver and the celestial entity that is now on the hells. This is so wrong. What is going on? He's
so I'm going to ready my short bow, I guess. Yes, you know what? Fuck it. I can't...
I will say clarify which weapon you want to use, because that's the weapon you're going to be...
I'm not within 30 feet, so I can't use my sneak attack.
Well, you can't use the necrotic version yet.
No, I can't use... Regular sneak attack requires you to be within 30 feet of the target, doesn't it?
No. As long as they can't see you, you have advantage on the attack. Oh, there it is. Yes. You don't need...
Yeah, okay, so I don't have advantage... Unless... Oh, wait, does he not see me, so therefore I have advantage?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so then, yeah, that works. I don't have to try to finagle anything.
Yes, if he does not know you're there, he naturally will not be on the defensive against you, thus making him an easier target to strike from your perspective.
Alright, I'm going to roll my very first d20 that I ever got.
Oh, I love this. Now you have to... You made me go grab mine. It's a green and purple.
I'm gonna roll this for the entire game.
Oh.
You fucked me before a lot, you bitch. You better not.
I don't know, man.
I love you, please!
The stakes you put on it. Yep, there's a nat 20, isn't it? I'm ready.
No,
I was so ready.
It's not a nat 20, but it's a 19, baby!
Close enough!
Let's go! Gold and green. Let's go! Alright. So that is gonna be a total for the short bow. It's gonna be a 28 to hit.
That hits, but just barely.
Oh, well, fuck.
Damn!
I'm just kidding.
What is this thing's fucking AC?
we're
Holy hell!
I'm in danger.
I wanted to fuck with you. I've been sitting on that one for days. Ever since
Nice.
editing.
Alright, so via the sneak attack plus the bow's damage, let's do this! That is gonna be
7d6.
7d6.
Jesus!
I love rogues rolling dice, man. Oh man, 2 1s, fuck you.
7d6 plus
But
5.
3 6s? Okay, hold on. Okay, I can
does
make
the
this work.
math.
Hold on. That is 31 points of piercing damage.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hold on. Oh my
He's
god.
like, I am not very used to these, but I'd be a terrible rogue. And he just lets go of the bow.
You fire it off the laser, and he's looking down at Crantor, and you see a scowl take over her face, and just as he starts to move his quarterstaff forward, you shoot the arrow, and it lands right in his collarbone, just below a vital organ. He spurts blood out. He just grabs it and immediately looks over, and his eyes widen. Of all things, a fucking orc. He says in Goblin.
Yeah, get fucked.
Says that in
You
Goblin.
can just see, like Arudim has this confident look, but not, like, overconfident. He's like, okay, I'm assessing the situation. He's not like, rip and tear.
Yeah, no, exactly, but that's fine. You're isolating the mage. That's the plan.
You know what's scarier than an orc raging at you? An orc that is staring at you confidently.
Because if you could provoke the rage, that means you're a threat. If it's not raging, you're not a threat.
Yeah.
Fuck this rogue dice. I'm using dice numero uno. I love you, baby. Alright, that ends my turn. I shoot the arrow and I just stare at him in oh, this is gonna be fun.
Okay,
know,
so
when-
Cassius, you just threw out the I'm sorry?
When the arrow hits him, because then he was bearing down on me, can I just like roar out even louder?
I will say you won't see what's going on up again on the wall because you're focused on the creatures in front of you. The wall is 30 feet high.
Gotcha. I thought you said he was bearing down on me, but
Oh no. He was glaring down
I
at you.
misunderstood.
Yeah, no, he was looking at you like he was getting angry at at the fact that you were doing what you're doing. But
Gotcha.
that's this guy all the way up here, not the 3 creatures in front of you.
I got to know. Never mind.
Here we go, boys!
And so, Cassius, it's your turn. You just threw out this pebble and caused your little trick. She's like, hey, see, did that work? And you see Crantor bolting out the opposite direction in which you had told him to do. Shoot out Silver Tide. And Arudim is now not where you saw... Well, actually, never mind. You never saw where he went, so he's doing fuck all you know what.
You have no idea where the fuck I went.
Arudim's doing the Arudim thing. I mean, we'll just trust him to be him. It's all right. Okay, so the thaumaturgy effect does not require concentration, by the look. At least not on my character sheet. It doesn't.
It's instantaneous or 1 hour, depending on the effect you're using. Is my understanding. Let me go.
It says up to 1 minute.
Oh, up to
And
1 minute, yeah.
And 2. I can have up to 3 of its effects at a time, and the 2 that I have are currently active. So Cassius is still in the frame of mind of avoiding conflict. So obviously he's going to summon his weapons. Advy, do I have my weapons drawn? Because I did not have them when I moved over here.
Yeah, you did not, so yeah, I'm gonna have to say no, because you were doing the whole thing with the rock, so you needed free hands. That's the case, you wouldn't have drawn your weapons preemptively, especially if you were trying to sneak. But still, that's just a free action to draw both weapons, including the pact weapon.
A free action?
Yeah, it's essentially drawing a weapon. It's just, free actions aren't official things in 5e, but that's what everyone just calls them, is a thing like drawing or stowing a weapon, and because of your dual-wielding feature, as well as your pact weapon feature, you can draw and stow both your pact weapon and one regular weapon at the same time.
Okay.
Advy rules.
So Cassius just pops his head up, sees Crantor, ducks back down. Well, it didn't work. Fuck it. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Draws his sword, summons his pact weapon, crosses both of his blades, and casts Thaumaturgy a 3rd time. This time, he's going to change his eyes. The sclera, which is the white part of his eye, goes completely black. The blue ignites in a fiery red, and his pupils become demonic slits.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
That's a big danger. That's a big danger. You're doing me a spook.
And Cassius is going to walk right here in front of Crantor with both weapons in his hand. He's just going to look the nearest this thing. Oh, I'm not moving there. Cassius, calm the fuck down. Cassius is just gonna look at this guy.
As you looked at him, he looks like he's being repulsed and blinded by the shimmering veil of silver glitter. It's almost looking like his body's being forced back, but it's yet to occur.
So then he's gonna look at this. He's looking for somebody he can make eye contact with.
Probably that one, because he's looking over at Crantor, whom you just ran in front of. And Crantor is not happy with that.
Looking very,
He
very
really isn't.
devilish at this point. Oh well, he's jumped over me a few times. I think he can manage it a third. Mind you, Crantor and Naleek can't see his eyes because he kept his head down when he ran in front. And he's just gonna look at this thing, raise one weapon. What you waiting for, mate? Come and meet your end. Oh, in Infernal. He's trying to give the impression he's not a tiefling, that he is full devil. Basically, he wants to look as much like his impression of what a disciple of Zariel would be. Like, if somebody directly descended from Zariel was to be standing in front of these devils, he would look very similar to himself, holding a weapon wreathed in her energy, with eyes that basically say, yeah, you come within me, I'm going to obliterate you. So he's just standing there, steel sword pointed at this thing, packed weapon off to the side, and just says, in Infernal, come on then, come meet your end.
He squints his eyes. Yeah, essentially in response, like squinting his eyes, almost measuring out the threat.
Bear in mind, thaumaturgy is not an illusion. It is transmutation.
Yes.
His eyes are that.
Yes, I know. And so we're going to go with the first one. Oh boy, time to pull out creature stat blocks.
Ooh.
He said that with disgust.
See, I heard glee.
I heard that ugh at the end.
I heard the Motley Crew with my vampire hearing.
Yes! I fucking love it!
That's my favorite line from that series.
I heard Miami Heat. I heard George Lucas. Who else heard George Lucas?
Nazis with my vampire ring! I fucking love it! Fucking Jesse could not have done, like, there was nobody that was better for that than Jesse.
Jesse's a
For
king.
real.
He did such a good job.
Alright, so we're gonna be like,
Sarah's
okay.
the best.
Oh wow. Let's see how that spell works.
Fine.
By the way,
fine year.
I'm using the spin downs to kind of keep a track of the counter, basically the turn counter of his effects.
Alright, so you see this first creature go
that's smart.
sprinting in this direction. He clears it fully behind the rock before Crantor. All of a sudden you feel a presence at your back as he's suddenly there. And
I would love it if Naleek was on Crantor backward and said, "Aha!" as he appeared.
No, he's
Never turn your back to the enemy.
no, he teleports and that's actually his action to do. So he teleports and appears there on your rear. And,
Does that give me any kind of opportunity attack?
no, it's not, because it was unexpected for
It's
you.
an instant transmission, my dude. He went full
And so
anime
we're going
on
to
you.
go on to number 2, who's going to step out, and then he is going to cast. I want to clarify that essentially darkness has been cast in your vicinity. Crantor, Naleek, and Cassius. Well, actually, no, Cassius, you can see through magical darkness, so you can see just fine.
It's about time I dropped this bad boy. Cassie's just like,
Adorable.
I'm not the only one that does this. That's cute. Boy, do I got a surprise for him.
However, Crantor,
Checkmate!
Naleek, you can see literally nothing. in your vicinity.
AKA, you can't see anything.
Even your shimmering silver
mean
tide
Crantor.
is not visible to you.
Mm.
But, I'm sorry, what'd you say, Kobold?
You called him Naleek.
Yeah, no, I said Crantor and Naleek.
You did.
Oh, I thought you for me, you cut out for saying Crantor, so you just said, so Naleek, you can't see anything, and I'm like, yeah, so you can't see anything.
Oh, okay, I was like, huh? What's the DC for your conduit? Oh, right, your conduit.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a flat 19.
Oh, yeah. That.
My bad. And I asked and then rolled the dice and then saw the dice roll. I'm like, oh, wait, I should, yeah. It's a charisma save.
Yeah.
You see him repulsed by it, but it almost angers him. He's not budging where he's at. Oh, this creature isn't able to. Okay, so it's just the first time they answer it. All right, so this one's good to go. But oh, it's not gonna say nothing. It doesn't have to. That sucks. So that was its turn, and now it comes down to Naleek finally. He's going to. Where's that spell list? I know exactly what he's gonna do.
Do it, boy. Do it.
Beacon of Hope. Oh my god, I'm not set as him!
Oh my
Neurosis
god!
acting up. All right, now it's official.
Professional.
I'm too neurotic. Everyone who knows me knows that. I really am. It's just so bad. Yeah. And so he casts Beacon of Hope with his action, because when Silvertide is out, naturally this must accompany it. And so,
Of course.
there's that. Oh, I should go deduct the spell slot before I forget. You know what? Does he have a bonus action cantrip? He doesn't. Not one that can make this work out the way he wants to. So yeah, that's gonna be his turn. He's gonna be like, magical darkness. We need magical light to counteract it. He'll say with his free action, and that's going to be his turn. Now, it's going to come up to the Hobgoblin, whose attention is now turned to you, Arudim, as you nearly take his throat out with an arrow from your nigh unused short bow. It's in mint fucking condition, man. Its first arrow. We'll just call it. That was its first arrow shot. And, let's see how he's going to react to this. Oh, that's going to be great. Okay, so the lad is going to cast Fly on himself. He takes off 30 feet upwards and in this direction. And he's... Well, actually, no, because he would be trying to go closer to the allies. Let me do a measure.
I was about to say, would he take fall damage?
No, he's using Fly.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I said.
Castor, huh?
He casts Fly on himself. You see him pull out his spell book along. Well, no, not even a spell book. His staff. He raises his staff, and then he starts to levitate, and then takes off into the sky in this direction. Yes, he has gone up and this direction. He is 60 feet in the air. I will clarify.
Remind me when I next get the ability to get an ability score improvement. Remind me to take Mage Slayer.
I see you want to fuck all lives.
Specifically magic ones. It would make sense.
It would.
Cassius cries in Eldritch Blast.
All right. And that's going to be its turn. It's going to come back around now to Crantor.
Okay. So he sees the magical darkness around him and picks himself for not taking radiance. He's going to try and cast this. He's going to listen for the demon and cast it on him at his last known location.
All right. Is it that you can see within range?
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, if
Can
it
I
was an
shoot
attack
it at
roll,
the
I would
last
say.
known location?
If it was an attack roll, you could use it. No, because unfortunately, it seems like you have to target a creature, not so much an area.
Gotcha. Okay.
But if
I
you
won't
have
try
an
to game the
attack
system
roll,
then.
you could do so with a disadvantage. Like if you have an attack roll cantrip.
Yeah. Let's just swipe at his last known location.
All right, you're just gonna draw the axe, just 180 rotation as you swing. All right.
But at disadvantage, right?
Yes. I didn't want to go through
Damn.
the trouble of removing the token from your vision because there are other people who could see it and all the yada yada, so I just thought.
That will be 26, if you can believe it.
Oh, fucking hell!
Got a 16 and an 18.
All right, so 16.
Nice!
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
All right, you hack right at that lad. Go ahead and roll me the damage.
Damage.
All right, that's going to be 12 slashing. And we're going to make it a plain strike, too.
Okie dokie, 6d4. Let's go.
That's crap numbers, but I guess.
Oh my god. That's fuck you.
So 26 damage, and by the way, this is radiant damage.
What's
So
this? Yeah, so 12 slashing damage and 26 radiant damage. Let me see what this creature ended up with.
14 radiant damage. That'd be 26 for the whole amount together.
Oh yeah, yes. I just want to play. Oh, but wait, your axe is magical. You good, fam? Nice. You hack and you'll hear just as you very clearly feel like you just lopped something off of its body. You don't know what or where, but this creature
Now,
doesn't have all of it now.
Since the plane strike is radiant, does that help me see it?
It gave you a glimpse of where it was to let you know that it's still in the spot you last saw it. I will clarify that. But
Okay.
And additional other attacks will still have to be made at disadvantage. If that's
Even on this turn?
yes, because it's
Okay.
the
All right.
magical.
Fair
darkness.
enough. All right, let's do another attack. All right, that's a 22.
Oh my god! You see this thing? You come up on DPS.
Oh, that plus 10.
Plus 10 is a helpful thing. Yeah, you slash it once again, and you feel it has very thick, naturally armored skin, and you're still hacking through it. All right, so let's get that damage from this one.
All right, that's going to be an 11 slash.
Alrighty. 11 magical slashing damage as you hack into it once more. You clear where you saw it just a moment ago. You can tell you slashed clear across its chest. You probably broke through its weapon because you heard something snap, but he's not screaming like it was his body part. So you got that.
You know what? I literally just remembered.
Oh dear. Am I remembering? Are you about to do the bonus action spell?
You know what? I am.
Oh, that wasn't what you were going to do. Now I'm curious as to what it was beforehand.
I just remembered I have fell hand.
How does that work? You can drop it in chat?
Yeah.
Did that do something for you? Yes, the +1 in your weapons is already there. When you make an advantage on a weapon, okay.
It would have probably been
the
neutral.
second attack would have hit the higher, takes bludgeoning damage equal to strength modifier. Okay, so, yeah, both of your... Oh wait, if your attack misses, but... Well, never mind, you already hit, so that doesn't help right now. But this is a very additional feat.
Right, no, I was just wondering if that would have made it neutral instead of at disadvantage.
No, it's, yeah, no,
Okay.
What it does is it helps still deal damage if you miss because of disadvantage. Or
Basically,
if you
you're
hit...
missing them with the blade of the axe because you swung at the wrong spot, but the weight of it follows through and you're catching them with the weight of the axe.
Gotcha, okay. I was misunderstanding it.
Yeah, no,
All right,
that's
perfect.
That's a good way. Yeah.
That really is.
What can I say? I'm really good at that.
You know what? In
That's why
that
we love you.
case, I don't have a bonus action spell like you.
Yeah, you do. Or did you
That
not
would really
take
help
it?
because I can't see them. Oh, wait a minute. How about Guiding Bolt? How does that do?
Is it a bonus action? Oh.
Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. I got Shield of Faith up for bonus actions, or for concentration, so...
Check your
no,
level 2
we're good,
spells.
we're good. Yeah, let's do Spiritual Weapon
Oh
on
my
that. Good call.
I really walked you to that one. But this
Thank
is...
you for that, God. Heracles.
You're
Big old
welcome.
fuck off act.
For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake, man.
Sorry.
that's God. That's Heracles. Just like, for fuck's sake, man. I feel
He's
like
he's dumb. Crantor's dumb. Alright, I'm gonna use it to hit the guy. So disadvantage, I'm guessing, yes.
Alright, then yeah, go ahead and make the attack roll with disadvantage. Use your spellcasting attack modifier.
Yep.
It's also +10. No, +9, I think.
Well, that'll be a dirty 20 then. 11 and 14.
11 and 4. Oh, I'm afraid that will miss. You hear the sword whiff through the darkness, but you don't hear it make contact with anything.
Gotcha.
And if anybody's wondering why I reminded him, it's because Astro pulled some special strings to get this spell, so I really wanted to, like, let it not go to waste. That he went through the efforts he did.
But I'll end my turn.
Arudim, you are next up. As you see this goblin that you just shot in the throat, he wields his staff up in the air and takes up off of the wall where he was standing. I just realized that it was not showing on the map, and flew directly forward, almost as if to be more above his comrades. He's roughly 60 feet off the ground as he's taking a full 30 feet up from the wall.
Huh. Well, okay then. He's flying, so I'm gonna fuck that up for him. I'm going to use my... You know what? I'm gonna move all the way to where he... Actually, question, what is this?
These are... I'm trying to remember what they're... I guess tumbleweeds or sort? They're kind of like...
Okay, so they're not as tall as the wall.
Not at all, no. If it's not the wall itself, then it's likely only about 5 feet or so off the ground. Maybe
Do I have line of sight of him from here?
Yes, he is 30 feet above you. He's a clear spectacle in the sky.
Oh, cool. Great. Oh, amazing. Oh, fantastic.
I think that's what
Alright,
I wanted
ain't that
to hear.
just wonderful there? Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna fucking throw an arrow. I'm gonna roll an attack. 17 plus 9, so 26.
Well, I think that's gonna hit there, bud. Okay.
And don't worry, it's not sneak attack.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he knew where I was.
Yeah, he's still got his eye on you.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine, motherfucker.
1d6.
It's 9 points of piercing damage, and he has to make a concentration check on flying.
Good looking out. Let me go double check their stats, because I know he's designed for this. Okay. Oh, that's a good thing to find. I'm glad I checked his features for that. But, okay, so the damage you dealt was 9, so he's got to make a DC 13 saving. He does.
Alright, cool.
He's just arrow in the gut. It's like he moves in the air, but does not lose control of the spell. You can tell you've dealt with Castor.
Hey, Advy.
Yeah.
Where would I have to move to be within 30 feet of him?
Ooh, that's a good one. You would probably have to get as close to where he was as possible, because
Where he was previously.
Yes, where he was on the wall.
So, around here.
Yeah.
I can easily reach that with my... I can reach that with my regular ass movement.
Yeah, but I feel like you're gonna do it just a little bit quicker, right? You want to say dash over there? Because nothing says you can't dash without expending your full movement first.
Style on him, Arudim. Fucking style on him.
Do it.
Sure, fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna move all the way there. I'm gonna run with such incredible speed. Arnim's gonna look at him and he's gonna say, "Hey," and in Infernal, he's going to smile and say, "This is a no-fly zone, bucko." And he's gonna cast the bolts from the grave.
Roll that attack roll. He's like, in Goblin, he's like, wait, an orc speaking Infernal? And he's now fully fixated on you.
Wait, do I know Goblin? Hold on.
You do.
I speak Goblin!
That's why you were able to understand what he said earlier.
I know, but I forgot I spoke Goblin.
I didn't know you did until you clarified it a few sessions back.
Okay,
I was like,
so as the bolts hit him, I want to say in Goblin, by the way, you sucked at your job. Because that is a flat 20 to hit, baby.
That's gonna hurt.
That is.
It's a soft 20 or
what's
a
that
nat
number
20?
again? Oh, 6d6 necrotic damage plus my dexterity? Wow!
I mean, if you want to roll, you can have fun with it, but I'm telling you right now, minimum damage kills.
Honey, I'm rolling.
Okay, minimum. All right.
It's possible. I rolled pretty low, actually.
No, minimum. If your modifier is added, that means the minimum damage is 11. It kills.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool. So that's 6.
I can't blame him. I love me some dice rolling. We have a tag on.
It's why wizards take Fireball.
We gotta have the dice roll at some point. So that's 16,
I can't take it away from you.
19 plus 5. That's 24 points of necrotic damage.
That's... Boy. So yeah, you bolt out at him, and after being disrespected in his own tongue, he just looks at you like, who are you? As his life just starts to seep from him as the black Icarus flames start to engulf him in the air, and they wreathe and wreathe. And when they stop breathing, nothing is there to drop out of the sky.
Immediately, he runs back towards his comrades, right back to where he was,
'cause he
and
can.
stays here.
Oh, you're right on the top of the door. In fact,
sorry, my bad.
It's funny because you just found it. Specifically, I knew this was going to be you. You find out that there is a slot right up here on top of the door, on top of the wall, in between the wall and the door, that you can drop through to pass through the window. I mean, obviously, you could just jump off the wall if you wanted, but you notice that there is kind of a rungs built into the inside of this door as a way of being used as a ladder.
Could I use my thieves' tools to cut that down?
No, they're
just open the gate?
No, they're built in. They're designed in. There's a latch that you would have to go down to unlock to open the door.
Oh, okay, but I can fit in there and do that next
Yes,
turn.
you can climb down if you have any movement to do so with. You just used it all.
Based on where I was, I've got 5 feet of movement
You
left.
didn't move in a straight line, though. You have to move along.
Oh, that's true. Oh, okay, yeah, I used it to get there.
Yeah, I see that extra 5 feet, but we're just gonna not worry about that. No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, it's fair.
Calling an audible this time, but we'll watch for next time. Always next time. All right, so if that is Arudim's turn,
Might be.
Cassius.
Yeah, bonus move action. Yep.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Cassius, darkness engulfs you, but you don't give fuck.
Because darkness mean nothing.
You're like,
So
all right.
how does this guy look?
This creature is like very insectoid with 4 arms, and you look at it, and it's missing one of its higher arms that's not holding the trident. Additionally, it's holding a broken trident. It has a heavy gash across its stomach that it is not bleeding out of, but you can definitely see its innards leaking out. Granted, this is behind Crantor and darkness, which still counts kind of like, it's still lightly obstructing your view, but it's plain as day, this creature is close to.
I can see through darkness, magical darkness, perfectly fine.
Oh, it does.
It's kind of like
perfectly fine. Okay.
Yeah, it literally says I can see through it up to 120 feet. So
I was more so saying that for flavor's sake. Just like it still
oh, yeah.
wouldn't look mucky.
He just
Like
kind
you
of
can
ducks
tell
down,
it's
looks
there.
underneath Crantor.
Like I'd imagine
So
you'd be able to
Cassius-
tell it's there, even if it's transparent. It would still kind of be some sort of obstructive, just not
Oh,
enough
yeah.
to matter.
Yeah, kind of like when you step into shade.
Yes.
You know it's there, but it does not matter. He just kind of looks at this thing, looks back out toward these two, and he's just going to say, "Good job, Crantor. Keep it up." And this next part is purely for flavor. Cassius slowly walks, and as he emerges from the darkness, it will wisp off his body and off his horns. And I want to say that for flavor, that these devils or demons or whatever they are can see his eyes through the darkness as he just comes walking forward, just out of the darkness, keeping complete eye contact with these things to let them know, yeah, it didn't work. And as he does, he says, "Neat trick, mate. I've been doing it for years. I was born in it. I was molded by it. Now let me show you what a true disciple of Zariel can do with it." And he just walks up and immediately goes for the attack with the packed weapon.
Alright. Hit him up.
Alright. Packed weapon, don't let me down. You let me down.
Oh.
That is a 13 to hit.
Oh, no. No, fam. It clunks right off of his armor-like body as he tried to block it but did not. You still hit his body, but it did not really do much damage with the angle you went at him with.
As the weapon recoils, Cassius will pirouette on his foot, coming back around with the steel longsword.
Alrighty, so you're using your bonus action attack.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
God damn it!
Oh my god, what we got going on?
That's a nat 1.
Severity, my good friend.
Oh, he is going to fucking regret it if this sword breaks. Oh, now you roll good. That's a 45.
45? Alright, your weapon is, you're just parried and made to look like a posse as you go for the spinning back slice, and he gets cut, he parries it in between the fork of the trident, and then just slams your sword down to the ground, creating a very obvious opening that he's not taking advantage of. I mean, mainly for flavor, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you have your other attack in the middle of your action.
My thirsting blade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I gotta quote my boy Inigo Montoya. Neat trick, mate. You want to know one of mine? I'm not left-handed. Motherfuck! That is a 15 to hit.
You get past the trident, but clank once again off the Caprice armor, and it's just ends in Infernal in your head by yourself. No one else hears this, and you're just like, disciple of Zariel, working under Celestials, you truly have fallen.
You got that backwards, mate.
Alrighty, is there anything... Oh, you wait, no, you use your action and bonus action. You have more movement if you'd like to do it, but you may provoke an opportunity attack in doing so.
Given the time-sensitive nature of what we're going to be dealing with, I'm banking on us not being able to get a short rest, so I am not going to use my action surge.
Alrighty, that's going to bring us then to Fuckus boy Crantor cannot see. That's just gonna have to do what he can... Oh, shit. That didn't count. That's drop. Oh, yeah. Alright, so 19 plus 7. So a 26 where you feel the trident pierce just barely through... Actually, no. It went for the underneath of your belly as to try and get around your armor and succeeded in stabbing you in your stomach with... How much damage? Okay, that's just going to be 7 points of piercing damage.
Wait, what did he roll to hit?
Rolled a 19 plus 7, 26.
Oh yeah, that would do it.
And
That'll do it.
yeah, that'll do. And then it's going to swipe at you with its free claw that has not been chopped off. And that's going to be a 17 plus 7. Yeah, that's a 24.
Crantor will grunt.
Yes, as the swipe comes right across your face, you feel it go across your scar. It's not another scar, but you feel the damage to your scar, and that's more angering than painful.
Right.
So that's going to be its turn, as it's going to come up on number 2, who is going to teleport, attempting to appear behind Cassius. He must now make a saving throw. Wow.
What?
Plus... Oh, that's a flat 11. As soon as he does that, immediately is repelled by the... It's almost as if the silver starts swishing like an ocean current. It starts dragging him out like a tide, wishing him...
Can I make an opportunity attack on him? Because he was in a contested space?
Let me see how... Well, I'll check the silver side.
Because he was,
Oh, never mind. The teleportation would simply fail. It says the creature is unable to enter the area if they attempt to enter the area. Okay, so that would only happen if it already appeared in the area. Okay.
Okay.
So it just simply
makes sense.
wasted its action and trying to teleport. It it flickered here, but then immediately appeared right back in front of you, Cassius. You felt its presence about to materialize behind you as it was flickering out of your vision, but appeared right back where it was. And it stops, its eyes widen, it looks down around you. It's like, it doesn't say anything or make any noises, but it's very clearly confused. And so that's going to be its... Well, actually, this is the one holding dark. Take that. Yep, they're moving there. And that's going to be the end of his turn. It's going to now be the one in your face, the one who you were going to try and punk, but now he's going to try to punk your punk attempt. Let's see how that goes. Oh, there's no advantage for this guy. He can steer you. I was about to roll a advantage by default, like, oh, he's in darkness. I don't know. No, I can't cheat you. Oh, well, that's going to be a 19 with its claws.
That just barely hits.
Oh, that's so sucky to hear. As his claw comes swiping just over your sword as you try to parry it, but the fact that it's a fourth arm kind of throws you off. It's going to be, wow, 11 points of magical slashing damage.
Cassius still feeling fine.
Yeah, as the slash comes down on you, and then he's going to now lifts his trident up and attempts to pierce you right in the stomach as he's going to just grab you. That's going to be a 23.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay.
But Cassius just kind of looks at him. I know old dwarf ladies hit harder than you.
Max damage with 12 piercing damage. You feel it go out of your back. He stabbed clear through your stomach and abdomen, almost lifting you off the ground. In your head, please do continue talking down to me as I elevate you.
Well, it's good to know your place beneath me, mate.
Oh, he wouldn't say elevate, he's dumb. He would say, as I lift you.
Cassius will still... Basically, any way of Cassius acknowledging that he is superior, in a metaphorical sense, Cassius will still respond with, yeah, learn your place. Stay beneath me.
Okay, well then. All right, saucy. And so that's going to be the end of his turn. It's going to come up to Naleek, who's going to be ready to be done with this darkness bullshit. Let's go find. I know he's got something for it. All right, I know he's... Shit. I was flexing like he knew light. He doesn't know light, so like... Yeah. Instead, he's just gonna...
He doesn't know.
Well, don't forget,
Crantor?
light is a cantrip, and to... Well, never mind, that's meta.
Crantor, he's... No, but the Crantor... I already know what you're thinking. You know, it has to be a spell stronger than darkness. So, yes, instead he's going to cast Death Ward by touching you on your, I suppose, helmet. Kind of just head pat. Really get under your skin even more. Why not fully go into this?
I mean, to be fair, the only one that can see it is the one who's about to die.
But yes, Naleek head pats you. Death Ward, just in case it's going to help. You see, sensing this is going to get pretty hairy pretty quickly. And so we're going to move on from Naleek's turn. Oh, he's dead. So, I'm so glad Arudim's laughing.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Oh.
Hey there, buddy. Hi.
As I show you this creature standing behind you.
Oof, you poor proportions, you poor
He's wearing
bastard.
a cloak that could drape around his entire body, but his larger arm is peering out of it. Do you see the spell book?
Okay.
And he literally just appears right behind you. As you see a glyph on the ground beneath him, glowing. You see right atop here. 1 second, let me move this out of the way for people's sake. But yes, where he's exactly standing, you can see that there is a circle where...
Is a teleportation circle?
Yes, that is where he just appeared from. Just going to leer down.
I figured as such.
And he leers down. Are you the intruder? He says, in...
Artem's just gonna lean up against the pillar, smile at him, and go, and if I am?
I would like to parley.
Oh, do tell, honestly. As I say, obviously in Infernal.
Let me check his range really quick. Oh. Excuse me. And he jumps over you, lands on the ground, and he cracks underneath his weight as he lands. His hand obviously being the brunt of the landing. In fact, for flavor, he pushed off with his hand and landed with his hand.
Literally, Artem just like, bro, thought we were gonna have a conversation in a cool one-on-one showdown. What the fuck?
For a moment, he's standing there.
You can't combat tease me like that!
He lands down there for a moment. The darkness then disappears, and the creatures back off immediately.
The moment that Mezoloff, just for meta's sake, the moment
Yeah.
he does, Cassius takes a swing at him.
Yeah, go ahead and take the attack with advantage, because he was totally guard dropped.
Oh fuck, can he?
Yeah, he's moving out of
he
his
has to
space
pull the
without
weapon at
disengaging. He just straight up,
Yeah.
he all of a sudden abruptly started backing up, like literally backing up.
Oh, the Mezoloff. Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
That's a 22
Oh my
to
god,
hit.
I thought you were talking about the thing that just appeared.
Yeah,
and my
no
brain
worries, you're
went,
good.
Same,
Yes,
I was so confused.
you will take a hack out of that motherfucker. Go ahead and roll in damage, it may matter. You finally got that hit off on this motherfucker as he straight up removed his trident from your gut, letting you back down on the ground and stepping back with
Boy,
haste.
I ain't done what you yet.
Yeah, it's...
Believe me, I'm definitely considering a very specific something right now. That is going to be 8 damage, and you know what? Fuck it, he ain't going nowhere. Let's add 6 more of these things to it
Oh
as
my
it takes
God.
an over smite. I'm going to obliterate this fucking
Salty
thing.
Cassius is salty, dude.
You want to do that?
But here's the thing, right? Cassius just took a
Are
really...
you sure you want to do that?
I will say this right now. Castor doesn't. Cassius most definitely does.
Oh yeah.
Cassius
is like,
was near me.
this motherfucker beat me at my own game. I can't let this go. My pride is on the line.
You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah.
Continue.
Respect.
As a player, I'm like, oh fuck, oh fuck.
I know that feeling. When you're scared of the decision you know you're about to make.
But Cassie's like, motherfucker, where you think you're going? I ain't done with you yet. You started this. To be fair, I started this, but that's beside the point.
I refuse to take responsibility for my specific action.
So, for those who have been watching, the last time I did this, I only used 5d8. I misread the ability. It says extra 1d8 force damage to the target, plus another 1d8 per level of the spell slot, which is a 5th level spell. I completely forgot about the initial 1d8. So this is 6d8, not 5d8.
Let's hit him up with it.
That's on
Yes,
me.
because we got more stuff to go through, so we really got to pad through time.
So that's 38 force damage plus the initial 8 slashing.
That's pretty crazy.
It's a little intense. It's just, that's salt right there.
I just imagine that Cassius just brings the sword down. As the trident leaves him, he gets hit, the dude looks back at him, and then the entire weight of the Eldritch Smite just hits him all at once. Slaps right to the ground in front of him.
No, for flavor,
as he gets knocked down.
For flavor, he is that far. Oh yeah, he's knocked prone. Yeah, he is that far back because you hit him with that. And yes, we will say you slash across his chest, cutting through.
There's like a crater from here to here.
Yeah, there's a line. Yeah, there's a line for being like the intensity of the throwback, DBZ style. We'll just say it. And
Hell yeah. Fucking
Cassius just
hell
looks.
yeah.
Cassius just looks. His shirt now has 6 holes, not counting the ones for his body parts.
Ouch.
I am keeping track of this for a reason.
Well...
And he just looks at this guy and raises his weapons. That is how you hit somebody, mate.
Yes,
Yes, you
Chandra.
try a little harder.
as you slash across his chest, you see the impression from your blade, and then cracks come out across from it. It just indents as he goes flying back. From the force of the slash. From the force of the slash, that is some man. Yeah. But here's the thing, right? This creature sees him go flying back, and then looks down at him, looks back up at you, Cassius.
Who still has the effect in his eyes.
Yeah. And then looks down at the creature. Like he's about to say something, doesn't actually say something, and then looks back up towards Arudim, pushes down on the ground with his hand, pulls himself up the wall. Apologies. You hear in your head, I had to call my troops off. Looks like yours are a little worked up.
Sorry, I don't mind him. He's just got, a bit of a personal grudge, but, enough about that. Let's talk, by all means. What do you have, what do you want to talk about exactly?
Well, I first must ask. You're here to see Lucille, of course.
Arudim just kind of thinks for a moment. Given the description we were given, and what we found out, yes.
Very well. He has been expecting some visitors. Anticipates that you all are they. Would you like to go see?
Can Cassius hear that? Can Cassius hear it? Or does
No,
just
this is
sound like-
mental, apparently.
It is mental, but as soon as he said that line, it was heard out 60 feet, which is everybody, essentially.
Coastal has been expecting you.
Yes.
Cassius, well, it's not like we made it hard to find us, mate.
He looks down at
Pardon
you.
him again. He's a bit riled up at the moment. If he's been expecting us, I'd like to ask, would this be a business transaction, or would this be a duel to the death? I'm curious.
That depends on all of you. You all hear in your heads. Now please, and you notice the door open by itself.
Arudim just looks at it and goes like, boys!
Aye.
Naleek's kind of looking up and yeah. Kind of looking back and forth between Arudim and Crantor.
We have a meeting. Let's get to it.
All right. Cassius sheathes his sword and dismisses his packed weapon.
Crantor grunts and puts away his axe.
The door swung open and it hit this dude, pushed him even further.
Good.
I'd still like a piece of that one when we're done, though.
Agreed.
Grudge to set with him.
If I will leave
This is the
that
one.
to you to bargain, master.
We'll see about that.
And
We'll
he
see if they can be civilized about this.
He drops down onto this side of the wall and waits for you guys to follow through the door. And
Wonderful. As we're going, I'm going to check for traps.
Okay, roll an investigation check. Actually, well, are you clearly looking for traps, or are you trying to more so observe for traps?
I suppose I'm observing, so perception then.
Yes.
So that's going to be 27 perception.
I keep forgetting. Yeah. I like how you're just like, okay, sure, I'll roll for that. There are no traps on the door that are active. You see that there are several
No
different
magical
wires.
runes or anything.
No, the runes that are available on either side of the innards of this, it's technically underneath the wall as you pass through, they are not glowing, so that tells you that they're deactivated. There is a net with spikes linked to the ceiling of it, but you can tell that it is not let off of its hinge whatsoever. It's not set to go off. So if it was, it is no longer the case. I got Naleek, don't worry. In fact, Naleek will, knowing that it's no longer necessary, Naleek's going to get off, knowing how you feel about that.
Crantor just kind of leans him off.
You're double ungroup them.
I
Going back to
don't
this
worry
map now,
about it.
for the moment, as he leads you up the hill, and through the second set of walls, very much like this one. He leads you towards the rock-like claw that is extending out of the ground and several stories high. And he leads you in between the index and middle finger of it, where there is actually a sink in the ground that starts to turn into a cavern.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
There it is.
Ooh, I like it.
Fuck, I need to turn back up my music because I was off break.
I've moved us over to a new map that you can barely see anything of because dynamic lighting. I hope your guys' computer are ready for this. I meant to warn you.
I'm usually okay with it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, my computer can handle it. My computer's a champ.
And so you're being led into this cavern. And in all your heads you hear, I should introduce myself. I am Liamor. I am the right hand, as he lifts his arm, who co-sealed the damning himself.
Is this an infernal or common?
Infernal.
Okay, Crantor doesn't understand anything that's happening right now.
Oh.
I will actually translate for Crantor. He is
Thank you so
introducing
much.
himself as Liamor, the right hand to our investigative friend.
Oh, does your friend not speak Infernal?
The others do, just the big one.
Oh.
Does Link do infernal?
No, he doesn't. You know he
No,
doesn't.
I'm lying about that.
Yeah, of course, the big brute. Why are they always so focused on using their strength and not their mind?
To be fair, he does know Celestial, so at least that's something educational.
Ah, yes, the celestial being attacking. It was him.
I don't really
Astro,
know
can you
too
make sure to
much
keep
about
on your token?
Celestial beings, I'll say.
China.
Sweats.
Oh my gosh, I'm not.
Oh,
keeping up.
sorry.
No, I just wanted to. I should zoom out a bit, so do keep up with. I understand it's a bit of a trial to enter, but we have to make it difficult for intruders.
Understandable.
Don't mind the pets. There's one of them. He comes by and he starts petting this creature that has this round mouth for a head with a gigantic tongue just like draping out of it, laying across the ground.
I would recognize it as the Arcanoloth had some too.
Yep, you already know what that is. That's a Canoloth.
Yeah, I already might have euthanized a few of them.
Yeah, you know those things don't let people teleport, so that can actually work to your advantage if things were to go hasty, because you know Yugoloths teleport, and then it clicks for you, Arudim. Those creatures that your comrades were fighting outside weren't devils of any kind. Those were Mesoloths, the most common of Yugoloths.
Interesting. Arudim will look to Liamor, and in Infernal he will ask, pray tell, what is a Yugoloth, what would the Yugoloth family of entities have to gain by serving a devil?
Fortune.
Oh, he pays well.
Koso the Damning is one of the richest individuals in the multiverse, he says as his smile gradually fades, saying those words.
Why does he... Okay, insight. Why does his smile fade?
Like the intensity... No insight needed, I'll just give it to you. He's trying to really put some stank on that statement. He's just trying to make it sound better.
Cassius just kind of looks up and taps his horns. I think I could know one that could trump him, though, mate.
No, wait, question. I'm sorry, I'm slow here.
You're good? No.
He's saying that to kind of diss his boss in a way?
No, not at all. What he's saying, if anything, he's trying to make it sound better than it does. Like, he's stating that his boss is one of the richest people in the multiverse. He's trying to really bring some attention to that statement in the sense that that's the multiverse. That's existence. Like, one of the most richest known people in existence is what he is saying. So he's just really trying to put some emphasis on that.
Okay. Arudim will
He's being a hype
ask
man. My bad.
Arudim will ask another question. Well, that certainly answers that. Pray tell, why does he seem to kidnap children?
Oh, a job's a job.
A job?
No, I mean, like, I understand work is work. You do what you're paid to do. Cassius, hold on, just a moment. I understand you do what you have to do, you do what you're paid for. What I'm asking is simply, why? Do you know the motive behind it? I understand not asking questions about a job. You're not paid to have thoughts or opinions, I understand that.
Precisely.
So that's your answer, then?
There is not much more to it, at least nothing that I wish to expose. See, Kosil is a very lucrative individual.
Understandable.
Again, this whole conversation has been in your head. I'm assuming that you guys have been responding telepathically unless specifying otherwise.
Yes, I've been responding telepathically, but I've been translating the... Actually, I would be speaking out loud, so that way the others can hear my side of the conversation, and then I translate what Liamor says.
Oh, okay. That works.
Which
All right.
Crantor very appreciates.
Yeah.
Cassius is going to be... Anytime he speaks out loud.
Okay. That's good to know. All right, so the Naleek and Crantor are in the loop. That is very paramount.
It's important to keep y'all in the loop. I took Infernal for a reason.
Yeah, so that way it wasn't all on Cassius to be like, hey, everything.
Yeah.
So Cassius could be relaying this back to Crantor while Arudim's the one holding the conversation.
That's true, that's a good idea.
Oh, and Crantor, don't take the whole lifting me over your shoulder thing personally, mate. One warrior to another, you know what I was trying to do.
Or just grunts approvingly.
I'm not keeping up with this camera very well. Chat, do call me out on that. But yes, as we come over, the
chat
door opens.
instantly spamming.
Right?
Like, oh, hey, yeah, dude.
Flying through your screen.
Stepping forward. Unfortunately, I want to clarify, this is not fully colored art. I did not get the chance to finish it. I know people are not going to hold that against me, but I'm going to hold it against me because I'm not happy with that.
Ooh.
Steps forward is this individual. Palms on the opposite sides of his hands. You see a panther-like person with much more humanoid legs than you see a tabaxi with wearing a deep blue cloak draped over his orange, purple, green, and blue fur. His eyes a fluorescent green, pure green. One of his ears slightly slivered off as if it was cut once. Many sashes hanging from his very baggy pants, held up by a golden belt framed with 4 different jewels that all shimmer different colors. On his waist, which frame his killer abs, because it's a rather buff lad, barefoot, holding a staff with a orb grasped at its tip.
Are his hands backward?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, that's how Rakshasa are. You have no idea how much of a problem that was for drawing. I literally had somebody coming into my art stream being like, dude, this is perfect except for the hands, please just fix it. I'm like, but this is how the creature's supposed to be drawn. He's like, artists have final say. And he's like so urgent to just fix it.
Dude, that would be me. I'd see it. I looked at it and I'm like, Advy would not make that mistake. He's Advy. And I look at it more and I'm like, no, it's legit backwards. Is that how they are? Ew.
Yeah, because they're fiends,
Everything
but
else
they're
about
not
demons
devils.
has been pretty par for the course for me. Backward hands. Ew, get it away.
Right? It's like the bridge too far. You just can't.
I meant to give him his own token and everything. I will say this. This is the goal. Next week he will have those things, assuming he doesn't die this session, but let's see how that goes. He steps out forward and let's go check his stats.
Since we all kind of posted up in this room, Cassius just kind of walked over to that chair that was sitting there and just kind of flopped down. Put one foot up on the table.
Naleek's close to the door. I imagine everybody's where they're at right now.
Yeah.
This is a
Crantor
bookshelf
being
over
like the
here.
center of the room.
Yeah. Liam
Just taking up as much space as possible.
and more steps over to the side. He's welcome. And out loud, in common, who else is going to speak? Well, hello. Hello.
Oh, thank God, I'm so tired of this translating business.
Agreed.
And instantly, he transforms, and you see, with his curly hair and his natural Archmage getup, is a 40-odd something human Archmage Miramore Fellhandle. The one who gave you the
fucker
job.
who hired us?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Arudim just kind of smiles and he goes, "You crafty son of a bitch.
Crantor's confusion.
Nice.
You paid us to come here."
And then transforms back into the Rakshasa form and he goes, "Oh, so you were sent by him. I see."
Yeah, we were.
Now he's like, oh. Now he kind of like eyes wide and like, oh shit. This feels like we're walking into something.
Hold up, mate. Hold up. That means this wasn't a job. If you know who this was, you know who you took.
Yes.
That means you know why we're here.
Oh, this is most definitely a job. But yes, I do know why you're here. The child of
You know who that
Fellhead.
was. That was personal. I know your type, mate. I know the type what would kidnap people. That's why I'm here.
No, hold on, Cassius. Hold on. Let's
No,
not blow...
do let him go on. He says in Infernal. I implore you.
Arudim just looks at Cassius and he just like gives a very firm shake of the head, like.
In fact, could the Gallataur step
keep
over?
a lid on it.
He was, in fact, and he gestures with his hand to like swipes over to the side. Could the Gallataur move out of the way so I could see the tiefling? I do like me a tiefling.
Was it in common they said that?
Well,
Yes.
shit, that's not good language. Insight. I'm gonna insight that. That seemed really charged.
Crantor would as well.
Yeah,
That
go ahead
seemed
and
really
insight.
charged. With, oh my god, natural 20 with my very first.
Same.
Thank God.
Oh my god, both a natural twice.
Okay, we both rolled natural 20s. Let's go.
That's 29.
These are intimidation.
My
Cassius
insight-
has a
10.6.
response.
Everyone calm down.
Insight total is
Crosstalk.
gonna be 23.
Too much crosstalk, guys. We don't want to do that. Getting all over the place. All right, one at a time. So what do we got going on? Nat. Okay, yeah, that's right. The two nats.
Yeah, Cassius said nat 20, 29. Crantor has a 26. I rolled a nat 20, 23.
Okay. All right, there we go. Sorry, my head was.
No,
Sorry.
that was our fault.
No.
My bad.
I didn't roll. All I said is that Cassius has a response when you guys are done.
Well, yes, you can tell these are empty threats at best. They're just words meant to be intimidating.
So he doesn't have, like, a legitimate history here.
Oh, no, there is definitely he's referencing a history here, but he's not, like, nothing specific with Cassius. It's more so
Okay.
tieflings.
Because that would have been fucking crazy.
Yeah. Crantor will not move. He will just kind of like cross his arms in front of Cassius.
Cassius just stops and looks at him. So you like tieflings, mate? As I demonstrated to one of your guards out front, I make sure that I'm the top.
Let's see. It's interesting. Well, let's skip the formalities then. The smile's now completely gone off of his face. He's looking... He's like not leaving the gaze of Crantor.
Either Crantor will not break that. He will even roll an intimidation if you want, honestly.
No need. There's no intimidation going on. It's not a contest of intimidation right now.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
We're awfully deep down in a cavern here, mate. I gotta wonder, the entire time we're here, and my dear friend here, and he'll motion over to Arudim, he kind of enlightened me to a very specific detail that I kind of took note of, but never really put to use. It's that my dear, let's call her grandmother, is always listening. Is that why you're hiding like a coward down here?
Zariel is no god. She is not always listening. She just tries to have ears everywhere. And I assure you, she will be deafened sooner rather than later. Smile returns to his face.
Cassius will return the smile. Oh, I don't know about that, mate. Because you've been keeping tabs on me. As evidenced by your... Oh, you haven't, then. Oh, well, that's even better.
No, you see,
Right.
your business and mine do not align, so I am not keeping tabs on you yet. But you see, my business with Archmage Fellhandle dates back many eons.
Eon.
Does.
How old is the Archmage?
Well, the
Have he
Archmage
achieved
himself
immortality?
is an infant in my eyes. It is his family that I have issues with, but he specifically was the most recent to slay me. So when I got the job to traffic his own child through the hells, you have no idea how pleased I was to take that job.
So you were hired to do something by someone else?
Yes.
Can I sleight of hand something to Naleek? Can I whisper in his ear?
Yes. You know what, I'll say this. Yeah,
Can
stealth.
I assist by engaging Kosel in conversation?
Sure.
And my bulging body just blocking.
Yeah, you know what, then just for... double help, it's happening. What do you say to Naleek?
Okay, so I don't have to roll?
No, you good.
Okay. Cassius is gonna lean in, and he's just gonna whisper, listen, I've been testing and gauging this for a little while. The kid's alive. If he was paid to traffic the child, that means he's answering to somebody else. That kid's alive.
Yes, he is alive. You're still hurt. That's why I'll just put it out there. That's why I didn't make you roll, because I knew he was going to be able to hear. And you're probably wondering how that is. So good luck if you figure it out. Good luck to anybody in chat if you figure it out. But yes, he responded to your whisper, and Naleek's eyes just widened, and he stood up straight. It was just like, oh.
So then, why don't we get down to a couple of questions then?
Brass tasks. Go ahead. I'll field your questions. Apparently this was an interview.
Cassius says... Actually, Cassius will not say anything. He's gonna think in his head. Is that so, mate? You got it? I do have one question. How can I put this? I want to put it as insultingly as possible.
Ooh. Oh, fuck.
I'm here for that.
Are you thinking
Give me a
this,
second.
or are you saying?
I'm going to think this in my head.
Like,
But
are you
I have
making any
to-
gestures, like, make it apparent that you're thinking, or are you just...
Cassius will just lean back in his chair, cross his arms, and just look straight at him and think it straight in his head while keeping eye contact, while looking at Kosel. I gotta think of the words. I gotta think of the exact words I'm gonna say, so you guys go ahead, I'll let you know when I got it.
I'll clarify as you're... Well, you know what? Yeah, we'll just so that way there's no awkward flow of it, he's going to cast Detect Thoughts.
That's what I thought, mate. He says it out loud. I've dealt with your kind before. Tricksy little things, Kitsune are. I have all sorts of neat little tricks.
So yeah, he hears your thoughts as you make it.
Don't take it personal, mate. Gotta test the water somehow.
So,
Of course.
tell me, you're here for the child, correct?
That's
We
what we
were
were
hired
hired to retrieve. Now question, who the hell hired one of the richest beings in the multiverse to carry out a task, and why did you accept? Other than the vengeance, of course.
No, that's
There had to have been
just
something
all
else.
there is to it. There's the vengeance. And seeing as you are looking for the child, then my business is not with you and your business is not with me. Perhaps you should be on your way.
Our business is with your employer, then, who has the child.
I don't have an employer. I have contractors.
Call them whatever you like. You answered to somebody, and you did something for them in exchange for a service.
You can try and frame it as if I am servicing someone. Make no mistake. It is my people servicing them. I needed to lift a finger unless I want to.
If that makes you feel higher and mightier, then by all means.
He just kind of leans back, with his arms crossed, still holding his staff in his hand.
So then, how about this? You tell us who we're looking for, and we will leave peacefully.
See, I can't do that. I won't do. I have a reputation to uphold.
Naturally. What would it take for you to do that, then?
See, I have a delivery that I need taken care of. Quite frankly, I've had some pesky intruders lately, so I can't really afford to send my men out. I'd be willing to do.
That depends. We're going to need more details, first of all. Second of all, we're going to need proof that you'll be able to keep your word.
This is the Nine Hells. This place is forged of contracts. And you see a paper just flame into his hands, almost like Ursula. Yeah, that's the reference I'm drawing from, sure. And it just, he realizes it's like almost out of flame in his hand. And he starts walking. Circles around and sets it down on the table. Do feel free to read it if you'd like. Right here. It says exactly everything you'll know.
Arden picks it up. What does it say? Like, what language does it read in?
It reads in an Infernal. Actually, it will read in Common. And it's going to... I will sum it up because I did not write out a full contract. I wanted to, but I didn't. It essentially sums up, and I'm going to say that it is explained very transparently that... Shit, I need to pull up the location name again. This is why I wish I wrote out the note, because it would flow so much more seamlessly, and I could even have you actually read it out. Essentially, it is saying that you will need to deliver a artifact to the monument of Tiamat, specifically to a blue Abishai. And upon return, you will be informed that which you wish to know.
I hate wording of contracts. I'm paranoid about this out of character.
Yeah, no, feel free to ask your questions because I did not have this prepared, so cover any bases you want to cover and we can clarify it in a meta perspective.
The answers that he gives has to be truthful.
In a sense.
And
I'm more so saying just ask from a meta perspective to clarify Arudim's understanding of the contract.
Yeah,
just the questions you want.
Do the answers that he gives us have to be truthful, and does he legitimately have to answer them? No pussyfooting around it.
What do you... No, I'm
like,
not...
if I were to ask him, where is he, he'd be like, oh, well, you go this cryptic way and this cryptic way.
No, in the contract, there are no there is no map and there is no directions given. You just say, take this to meet a blue Abishai. Oh, shit, they
No,
do have a
I'm
name.
talking about when we complete the contract. Is there anything in this contract that makes him hold up his end of the bargain?
Like a kind of fulfillment clause.
Oh, yes, I see what you're saying. Yes, no,
yeah, because I don't trust him to fulfill his end of the bargain.
I see what you're saying. You will state who it is who hired him to kidnap the child.
I got an idea, mate.
He will also state, and as of right now, when I gave up the child, they were alive and unharmed.
Well,
why don't we put... Hey, mate, I got an idea. Arudim. I got a good idea.
All right. Well, let's hear it.
Well, our dear kitty cat here was quite right. We infernal beings are beings of contracts. Cassius will summon his pact weapon as the form of a dagger, a being of pacts, as one might say. And his eyes will immediately shift back over to Kosel. Why don't we take this topside, mate? And in the eyes of Zariel, my patron, the progenitor of my line, and whom I so affectionately refer to as grandmother, you will make a pact. Failure will draw the ire.
This is the contract you will sign if you want this deal to be made. Otherwise, I ask that you leave. You want to sign it with your blood? Sign it with your blood. If you want to sign it with that dagger, sign it with that dagger. But...
he's afraid of Zariel.
Are you saying that in character?
Yeah.
Oh. And he smiles. I feel one being. And they are not Sariel.
God, I really want to know what that being is now.
And why are you so afraid to, I don't know, humor me?
Because this is my domain. Therefore, it is my rule. You humor me.
This is Sariel's domain.
Sariel will fall.
No.
Arudim thinking to himself, didn't she already fall? Wasn't that the whole story? Just like in his head.
1 second. I must go see Detect Thoughts. I see. Focus on Cassius.
No, just
right
in
now.
his head, just like, I thought that's how she became, like, the leader of a ring of the 9 hells, is that she's a fallen angel. He's making a joke in his head, but he refuses to say it out loud.
Religion, the Cassius
It's not actually
no
it's not
idea.
even a joke. It's just like genuine. Like, wait, I don't get it. If he wants her to fall, then he wants her to rise, but that's not how that works. He's like he's going through the loop-de-loop.
I want her to extra fall.
You want
Fall again?
Oh man, that's pretty extra, dude.
Fall once more. Refall.
Again,
Feeling.
like deeper into the 9 hells, or like where do you go?
You must re-fall. And so,
To
yeah.
be even more evil.
You must trip on this banana peel.
No, literally fall. But yeah.
You must get hit by this blue shell at the finish
let's get
line.
Let us get back
Anyway,
to the
guys.
though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's sit here, try and play these games that I am oh so familiar. That I have played with your ancestors, and Pete, you can continue to waste my time. You continue to step on my nerves, and you can see what becomes of it. Or you can take it, leave it. He steps back.
Hey, Advy.
Yeah.
I understand that he is like Arudim understands that he is one of the wealthiest like things in existence. Can I tell if he's one of the most powerful?
You can roll an Arcana check to try and like scope him out, try and gauge how good of a caster this individual is, or how magic-y he
I would love
is.
to do that, honestly.
Alrighty.
That is gonna be a 16 Arcana.
Solid, you just barely pass. And so you can tell, because I'm glad that I had this roll ready. I was ready for this roll to come. Yes, you can tell he has an assortment of magical items on this individual. On top of that, he oozes innate spellcaster. And this man is probably a very powerful one at that.
So either warlock or sorcerer. Got it. Arudim just looks to Castle, looks to his allies, looks to Liamor. Crantor?
Crantor's just been glaring with his arms crossed the whole time.
This contract appears to be the only lead that we have for this job.
You know what? I'll even sweeten your deal. It's because you're trying so very hard, looking directly at you, Cassius. Looks back at the contract. He wisps his hand. He wisps his hand, and the wording changes on it to essentially phrase that he is going to retrieve the child. That way, I can cover my bases, not get you involved in my problems, and not have you potentially make my problems worse. I'll get the child for you, while you make your delivery.
Cassius glances over at Arudim.
Arudim smiles.
You hear Liamor say, out loud for the first time, I can even take you all.
Arudim smiles and he says, well, who am I to turn down such a honest and well-thought-out offer?
Yes, who would
Also,
you be? Yes.
to be honest, and he extends a hand to Castle, I don't really know who I am.
He walks
Just
out.
making a light little joke as he extends a hand, just like as a friendly handshake of business.
And naturally, as, you know, a mortal, you're used to people shaking your hand with the same hand as you, but he reaches out with the opposite hand to shake your hand properly, which throws you off even more.
Fuck you, Advy, I hate it. It makes my wrists, like, cringe.
I know, because that's the thing. It's not like the hand is just turned around 180. It's if the fingers were to curl the opposite direction and the palm be on the other side of your hand.
That's
Yeah,
even
no.
worse.
Cursed.
How did you make it worse?
By explaining it properly. But yes, he shakes your right hand with his left hand, like a true scumbag.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
America would be ashamed of him. Oh, and his anatomy's gross too, I guess. I want to clarify, this creature is about like 6'6" too, as well. He's
he's a tall boy.
Yeah, he's rather large.
I mean, so is Crantor.
Yes, no, Crantor outsizes him significantly. However,
Right.
this individual,
not gonna lie, pulls collar.
this guy, however, is about 10 feet tall or so, and that arm,
God, Jesus,
proportionate to his body, so...
tall.
Yeah, he's very intimidating presence.
Arudim just says, I've had a, what's one? And he pricks his finger, puts it on the contract. Just a single drop, that's all he does.
Mhm.
And he hands it back. And he actually does a very courteous bow. Of course you understand it was just business that we inevitably came to find you.
Of course, that is why I was expecting you. I knew the Archmage would send someone else to the Hells on his behalf. Let me guess. Oh wait, there's no Ganassi with you. Oh, he left
no,
his
he
tool at
died.
home. Oh, that's hilarious. Did Fellhandle see it?
I don't know if he was watching. If he did, well, I don't know.
No, he taps at your
Hopefully
He kind of cuts you off, tapping you at your chest, and leans in, and like with a giddy face on. He's probably don't know this, but that was like his adopted son. That's hilarious.
Arudim actually, like, he kind of does have a bit of a grin, like, wow, that is kind of cruel.
He sent his kid to die for his other kid. What a scumbag.
Oof.
Huh. Just, Arudim has this new perspective now. He's like, huh, wow, that is really shitty. As he says aloud, very obviously, like, honestly just impressed at the shit that reached his ears.
Isn't it? But yes.
Crantor looks very uncomfortable with that.
Would the rest of you please fill out this...
Cassius isn't intentionally focusing on the dagger in his hand, trying to balance the point of it on his finger.
Walks up and holding the contract in your face. You ready to sign, lad?
Cassius throws the dagger up, catches it, hands it to Arudim. I go when me mate goes. And he sits back down.
Oh, no. This is a deal you all are making. Especially you.
Fuck.
You see,
Arudim will just pipe up again. Cassius, I require you to sign this contract. For the faster we get out of here, the sooner we can get this job done. We can all get paid and go back home. Hmm?
Alright, I sent it on one contingent. That you understand that my pact, a very certain pact, and he'll summon the dagger right back to his hand. This will always take precedent, mate.
Arudim smiles and he says, everybody has their own pacts, my friend. And I certainly respect yours.
He'll flip the dagger around and once again hand it back to Arudim. Do you take it?
He does.
You'll notice that his hand is still outstretched.
He'll step around you now with the contract.
Arudim will lightly prick your finger with your packed dagger.
Not taking his eyes off of Arudim. Said, you know, mate, you've always been a good friend to me since I met you. For you. I'll do this for you.
Oh, adorable. Now, Elf, your turn. I have a name. Yes, you do. And Naleek looks very perplexed at that. Like, he's creeped out.
Fuck, you know something about Naleek. Oh, fuck.
Naleek.
Can I insight that chuckle?
Yes.
Can I insight that
And
chuckle?
Crantor? Yes.
Yes.
Everyone insight check.
Ooh, it's okay. It's a decent roll, everybody.
That's a 22 insight.
19.
Naleek with a 26.
I only have a +3 to my insight. Fuck, because I didn't take it as a skill.
Rolled a 19 on the die.
Oh, there you go, boy. Let's go. Let's go. +3 insight, boys.
He knows a lot about Naleek.
Oh, shit.
You can tell
Holy
he is
shit.
very aware of Naleek. In many ways, I guess, is the best way to say it. Because you don't know him very well, you only can get so much out of the check, but still, yes, that's...
Right,
you
he
can
clearly knows something about Naleek.
He knows plenty about Naleek. Like, he's grinning as if... Like, you were getting the impression that he knows about Cassius, but that completely went out the window with this impression based on that statement. And he's not making it very subtle, either. Koso very clearly wanted to unnerve Naleek with that statement.
Like, he knows Cassius in the general sense. He knows Naleek in the personal sense.
Precisely.
Arudim is going to walk over to Naleek, over here. Naleek, and he puts a hand on his shoulder. We have business to take care of, okay? Let's make this quick.
He nods, and he takes off his gauntlet. And without, like, biting it or anything, he writes with his finger, and you see almost, like, wholly engraving his name on the contract. And Coastal, like, he gets visibly irked at that, like, hey, you're ruining it, stop it.
It's like using purple ink on a regular piece of paper.
Yeah,
On like a legal document.
Yes!
Yeah, it's like using a crayon on a legal document to him.
No, it's like seeing an application filled out in pencil.
Oh no.
No. Colored pencil.
Yes!
He's like, you're doing this on purpose!
It's like the guy who doesn't break apart a Kit Kat bar and just bites into it. Please!
Never be around me when I eat one. So, yes, I'm that guy. Naleek writes on it, and then he just looks down, Crantor, just sign it.
Crantor has never signed his name. He doesn't understand the concept of signing.
Put your oath through it.
Yeah, no, after a good, long, awkward silence, Naleek just kind of looks up at Crantor, like, gesturing, and then it clicks with me, he's like, oh, go ahead, Crantor, just kind of, like, stroke your finger across it.
He does in a complicated pattern.
Like,
trying to imitate Naleek. Like, just trying to imitate him.
Roll a performance check.
I know what I'm doing.
Crantor, you're so
Roll a performance check.
Let's see here.
I can't.
Okay, that's gonna be a 6.
Naleek's like, that's great. Oh, wow. Oh, man, that's awesome. That's a real clean signature. And yeah, Koso starts rolling up the paper as it just dematerializes into flaming dust. And so, here we are. Our deal is made. Now, you get on your business, and I'll get on with mine. I have a deal to arrange. Leomore, yes, master. Leomore kneels down. He puts his big arm down to its elbow, as opposed to on his palm, so he can not, like, be in an awkward position. First things first, I would like you to inform the other men that they essentially need to undo the transaction of yesteryear. As for our comrades here, once you are done with that, please do use the teleportation circle and take them where they need to go. It's been a pleasure doing business with you folks. Enjoy!
Actually, really quick, before he goes,
You're starting
I
to
kind of
follow.
wanted to ask him.
He'll stop,
I kind of wanted to,
and then he's turned over to you. What is it?
just morbid, mortal curiosity. You know something about my friend over there, the elf, Naleek. I saw your tactic to unnerve him and your chuckling laughter.
Yes.
If I were to do another job for you in the future, would you mind giving me some of that information?
I'll decide that job, if that comes to be the case, but we'll see how you do with this first. Well, consider this your tryout, because I only employ the best.
When it comes to the best on the material plane, you'll find none better.
You can tell he heard you, but he did not stop moving, and the door...
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
A busy guy.
And the
and
door...
powerful.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. Door closes.
Artem understands he's not the biggest fish in the sea yet. Artem plans to be like a leviathan in waiting.
So, there is something Cassius wants to do when he gets back to the surface.
No, you guys, he goes, stay here for a moment. I will be back in a few. In fact, no. Follow me. And, here, I'm just gonna group everybody together to lead down the hallway for brevity's sake, so we're coming up on time. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna zoom out really tight on this, on this one. There we go. Don't hold it against me, anybody. Everybody kinda... And he's gonna have this door opened, and move y'all down here. This is the teleportation circle.
Arudim will smile and he takes the lead.
Yes, please do all wait here while I go take care of my business.
Arudim gestures for the others. And he looks to Naleek, Cassius, and Crantor.
Boy, there's something I gotta do.
Crantor just raises his eyebrows.
Might be a bit morbid, mate.
What are you going to do?
You've still been holding on to the pack dagger this whole time, right?
He would have offered it back to you earlier, but if you didn't take it or notice, he would have just kept holding it.
He intentionally let you hold on to it for basically that show of solidarity that he is trusting you with this.
Mm-hmm.
He summons it back to his hand. You'll see him lift his shirt right where that scar is on his stomach, and he traces it across it, closes his eyes, and in his head he just starts trying, at least, to commune with Zariel.
You're going to feel a very subtle vibration in the ground, as if something impacted the structure. You all feel this, of course. Was that a fireball?
I mean, it might have been.
That's what I thought.
I have to think so.
Cassius will say out loud, but he's going to speak Infernal, so Arudim, unfortunately, is the only one that will hear this. You saved my life that night. And to be perfectly honest, I've been grateful for it ever since. Secretly hating myself for killing the bastards, but you know what? Grateful for it. For the first time ever, I think I can finally commune with you. No matter what happens, that child that shares your blood, I'll do what I can to save her. After all, she's kin. And know this. Cassius plunges the dagger into him. You saved my life once. If that damn kitty cat thinks that he's gonna try taking you, he's gonna have to get through me first. Basically, as a way to show Zariel that he is 100% committed, he plunged the blade into the scar.
You feel the blade surge with flame.
Okay, that's a bit spicy.
When you remove it from your gut, the wound isn't there. The additional wound that you just caused, of course. The scar still is.
Noted. I'll take that as a good sign.
You alright there? What was that about?
Cassius turns to look at Arudim. How much of that did you hear? How much of that did I say out loud?
We all
All of it.
All of it.
Just, how much did you hear? All of it? How much did you understand? All of it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. So, I have some explaining to do.
Well, look, I didn't really talk about my past very much, and to hear a bit of yours is quite interesting, to say the least, so I'm not good with making friends or anything, but if you want to talk about it, I'm here.
Well,
and listening.
that Yugoloth might be, or whatever the hell that thing is.
It's a Yagnoloth, actually.
That.
Call
He
for
might be
me.
coming back any minute.
Oh, yes, I am coming back any minutes.
Cassius will switch
Beautiful.
to common, and he'll just say out loud, let's just say, certain person saved my life. I intend to return the favor. We'll leave it at that.
Fair enough.
Not a universal tongue. You hear an infernal, of course.
Crantor will understand.
Wait, what did I hear in Infernal?
He was like, the universal tongue. Like, pfft.
In Infernal, Arudim is actually going to say to Cassius, I envy you a small bit, you know. You know who saved your life. I don't know who's prevented me from exiting mine.
Sounds as if you were cursed.
Perhaps. Although I have a distinct feeling in past lives I've tried to lift it via any means necessary.
Oh. Is that still your intention?
Perhaps, once I know more information about this, if it is indeed a curse, knowing my options is kind of what I do.
Well, perhaps you and Koso can do some business then. Again, you recommended it, but I do see potential in you. You could join Vesnianza, in all honesty. Look, you are quite capable.
I'm honored. He looks to Cassius. What's Vesnianza? I'm just kidding. What's
I'll say you already know this. Vesnianza is the name of Koso's group. This is essentially a mafia, an infernal mafia that Koso runs, and he is saying that you have the potential to join it.
Arnim is definitely gonna keep a note of that. Doesn't agree with it very much at all, but
An offer's an offer.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
I don't
an
agree
offer's
with it, but sounds good.
pretty fucking good so far. Arudim takes the compliment in stride and he says, Well, I certainly wouldn't have gotten here all by myself if it weren't for these fine, very cunning warriors.
That is very kind of you.
Cassius does say that out loud, by the way.
So,
Aww.
There's no idea what's happening because it's still an infernal.
No, that part was in common.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah. Good
Crantor
calling
will
out,
grunt
though.
then.
Yes. Naleek is going to step around the stick. So, Liam Moore. And Liam Moore looks up. That thing talking to me?
Thing? No. Talking? Yes.
Well, you should tell him to speak Infernal.
Just already. Naleek, he basically told you need to speak his goddamn language.
Oh. And Naleek looks over. He's like, oh, well, fuck you. How's that for Infernal?
Crantor glares in solidarity.
He really wants to translate it, but at the same time, he's like, nah, I wouldn't do that.
Cassius
No.
looks at him and goes, Oi, where'd you learn language like that?
Naleek is
And
just
it sounds like-
staring down Liam Moore. Like, Naleek is getting defiant almost. Whereas Liam Moore is like, kind of confused, but he can definitely tell that was aggressive on Naleek's part. He's like, is it mad with me? Well, it's so
The only
cute.
reason it is because it's frustrated at its lack of comprehension of the infernal tongue.
Oh,
And
no worries. You
Arudim
read some
is gonna
books, you'll get
step up
smarter.
here and offer a hand to Naleek, and he's gonna say in common, "Dude, cool your jets. We are about to get this shit done."
We're about
And he
to-
actually does say, "Dude." He's like, "Dude, fuck, cool it."
No, he's all right. Let's come on.
He offers him a hand, helps him up. Arudim will also offer a hand to Cassius and Crantor to help them up onto the podium here.
Crantor will gratefully take it.
Gives you a little wink.
With his 4 legs, he struggles.
Yeah, the poor boy needs a hand.
Yeah, it's just
Thank you.
He's a good boy.
Cassius, just kind of remembering the feeling in his stomach, gratefully will take it up there. That was very spicy, though.
It seemed like it. Well, I do enjoy spicy food, but I don't think I'd like anything to burn through my stomach that bad.
Really? You ever tried Dragon's Fire Ale? The dwarves, oh my god.
I actually have. I did some work back in an old mine shaft ages ago, and because I didn't need to breathe, I would be lasting longer than a lot of them.
Yeah, I could see that.
Though, of course, that wasn't me. That was a past self that I remember a small fragment of, but abusive childhoods of past lives aside,
Yeah.
and he
let's get something done, Do some good.
And so, you all see the purple glyph surrounding you start to glow, and the beads in the center of it illuminate, and that will essentially vanish, appear in a very snowy, ashy area. That's where we're going to end the session.
Woo!
Area will be provided more descriptively next session, but next session we're
Make
looking
sure
at
to
a season
tune
finale.
in.
No
Don't want to miss
guarantees.
it.
No guarantees because it's D&D. Anything can happen, but we're looking to tie things up next week for this arc. A little peek behind the veil, which is another reason why a break is going to be really helpful, is this was the technically least prepared session because 2 combats were prepared, and that's always like a time soaker. And granted, I didn't mean for the first one to take up much, and thankfully, the second one didn't happen. Oh boy, did it not happen. Oh, you guys have...
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I expected Cassius to die.
Oh,
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I expected us to all be dying in that room, or this to be an entire trap, and then we just get vaporized.
That's what I expected too.
You guys almost mouthed your way off into it, but you're lucky you got
I intentionally was antagonizing Koso the entire time. I'm like, let's see how pissed off I can get this guy. I want to push him just far enough.
Meanwhile, Arudim is keeping a very calm exterior. In the interior, he's popping a blood vessel like, you fucking idiot!
I feel like Arudim was looking over to Cash and he was like, you know he can kill you, right? Cash is like, yes, I know, but at this point, if he does, I win.
I win.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's the Tien and Vegeta hate boner!
Yes!
Oh, it is. It is.
I'm not gonna lie. Cassius is starting to believe that if he were to die here, he would just come back. Because he's not from this plane.
Oh my
so
god!
if he would die because of his pact with Dariel, he would come back here.
Cassius, honey, that's not how this works.
He's such a good...
He doesn't
thought
know
that
that.
Cassius. Cassius, you poor sweet summer child.
Oh man, but yes, this session
This
was
has been a wonderful experience as always,
Absolutely.
Advy.
Oh, thank you
Yes.
guys. This was.
And I would like to say a special thank you for dropping that darkness. That has been, and Advy can attest to this, I have been sitting on the ability to use the darkness, melee combat, Eldritch Sight combo for literal months.
Since the beginning of the campaign, that was one of the first things he's like, hey, so this is Cassius, this is what they're about, this is their classes, this is a tactic I want to use because of this. And I was, okay.
Yes.
Okay, you
Bro.
sure?
Bro.
So,
Bro.
I want to say, thank you for dropping that. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome, dude. And I was sitting there too, I'm like, would they do this? I'm like, no, because of the Shimmering Veil. I'm like, you know what, that wouldn't cancel out the darkness, so yeah, they'll do it. So they did it, and I'm like, oh, it's perfect, because Cassius was right there. Oh, this is great.
Oh, come on, mate. It's my own trick.
No, I love when things work out like that. And Crantor and Naleek are developing that in-combat synergy even much more, which is honestly something they never really had, because they never had a single battle in Celestia, because, you know, they're good guys.
Can we address his mouth? Where did he learn language like that? I swear, if I ever meet that person,
Canon
has a moment of self-reflection.
Yeah.
He knew Canon
Yeah.
for like a
Canon.
week, dude.
Canon.
You can just fuck right off to the nine hells.
Which is
Weirdly,
funny.
though, that is not who Crantor hates the most.
I'm surprised.
Oh.
He hates Paige more.
God damn it.
Fun fact, Paige is the second character of Kobolds in my other campaign, The Paradigm Shift. He is the antagonist of the campaign, in fact.
One of many antagonists.
Totally the antagonist.
But yeah,
Totally
one of the
100%.
many, yes. If you were to look at it from how many storylines are going on around your perspective, yes, there are quite a few antagonists, and he is one of several.
Totally an antagonist.
I hope...
So to get back onto that campaign,
Yes.
get back into ours, Cassius has a question.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You think Zariel killed that Mezoloth with that fireball that hit the base?
Oh, I hope so.
There's a small pause, and Arudim just goes.
It's just small pause, pans out to the desert to just crispy Mezoloth, pans back to you guys, I guess we'll never know.
Yes. Just Arudim, and like that, we'll never know. Teleports away.
Cassius just looks up. That's right, Grandma. You show him how to really hit somebody.
Well, you fucking smote him, Jesus! You fucking smote a goddamn Mezoloth just for being a little shit. You smote him with a 5th level spell.
No, I smote him with a 5th level spell-like ability.
God damn it.
Oh man, this has been so fun, guys. Oh man, is this...
Now, I'm afraid we must...
Yep, totally great. Uh-huh.
Been all about what we got for you folks, so do tune in next week for the tentative
The
season finale.
The arc finale, hopefully. Hopefully we don't fuck this up!
And do feel free to throw any names in the Discord if you have any suggestions. It's usually just me and the guys deciding the name, but, you know, we always take recommendation. I feel like we'd always be open to taking a recommendation if it's thrown our way.
Hostile negotiation.
Oh shit, well, never mind guys, case closed.
It is.
I'm gonna have to say, alright, application's closed off, we have a winner.
I mean, accepting applications, but we found our candidate. Thank you.
Unexpected hostility.
I don't know, hostile negotiations, well, you never...
It's solid.
Yeah, it really is. That is the call. We out, fam. Public guy.
I'll see y'all.
Bye.
Later, skaters.